What's good, my people? Salute to my bro Skywalker, TWT, in the building. What's good with it? Lady Do, what's going on? D Free, what's good, my bro? Appreciate y'all for stopping through. Yeah, work on y'all. Oh, y'all be off already. Oh shit, yeah. I'm trying to stay on. What time you be getting off, Skywalker? Appreciate y'all stopping through. Y'all smash the like button for me, man. We got some things we could talk about. East Coasters. Yes, sir. East Coast. It's 3:48 where I'm at. 3:48, almost 4 o'clock, man. But yeah, man, we got some stuff we could get into, man. We could talk about. Are you 2 hours behind? That ain't that bad though. Sometimes I be doubling up Skywalker. Sometimes if I go on early enough and get off early enough, I do 2 lives every now and then. Ghost was good, bro. Salute, and for the Devin fans, I need to start supporting your guys so we can stop cloud chasing using tank name. Typical top stink tactics using PVC fighter to sell fights. I mean, yo, we definitely gonna have to talk about it, man. I'm gonna play this. I got this clip that Ashley had sent me with Dev talking some shit that I ain't played for people's audio. Let me see if I can hear it.
I know I'll be back with the greatest assessment, family.
I mean, he went in there and did what he had to do. He went in there and did what he was supposed to do. But it's just funny to me because why skip a whole weight class? The guy is 5'5". You're not even a real 135 pounder. All the 135 pounders are bigger than you. So why skip a weight class and go up to 140 for a secondary belt? Obviously, because you've seen that Barrios was food. He knows that at 135 is smoke. Realistic at all. Everybody heard what Floyd said. Floyd said that they only going to fight PBC and Mayweather Promotions fighters and yada, yada, yada. So we see what it is, and you just got to read between the lines. He's not going to any real competition. Anybody who's was be a threat to beating him. Barrios, no disrespect to him, but they built him up for that opportunity, that fight right there.
Now y'all heard Dale saying, about to say, I know I'll be back with the greatest assessment, family.
I mean, he went.
There you go. You see, Crush was good with it. Crush, Yoda Wise, Crush, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Yes, sir, man. I'm trying to keep it rocking. Yeah, that was Dev talking about Tank, of course, saying why would he skip a whole weight class? So, I had to talk about this because they got their little Twitter war going back and forth. Dev said they say everything but let's fight. Tank said Dev want to beat him so bad, man. So who lying and who telling the truth and who ducking and who not ducking? Because the reason I talked about this, brought it back up because they reignited their little Twitter war. And I know Tank with his typical tweet and delete style. I mean, it's time for these dudes to fight. My question is, should us as fans, as supporters of the sport, should we really start pushing for this fight? Because I know we all getting tired of all the fake ducking and all that back and forth. That shit getting old. I want to see y'all fight now. Took a break. I had a lot of work coming in from my own businesses, so I've been grinding till it gets dark lately. That's what's up, Skywalker, man. Stay on that grind. We support you whenever you boot up alive. We'll be here. 130-pound fighter fighting at 35, while Dev is 140. Yo, you see what I'm saying, Ghost? See what I'm saying? You can call it on both ends, man. You can call it on both ends if we being real. Like, because some would say you outgrew 135. Why you still there? Because it's real smoke at 140. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, we just being fair. We being transparent. We being realistic, reasonable, logical, all that shit. Like, we just calling it across the board. All right, I get what he's saying. Yeah, he is 5'5" and a half. He 135 pounder, which is why he had the one fight at 140 and went his ass back down. Ain't nothing wrong with him chasing that bet. I mean, Barrios was a tough fight. I guarantee you wouldn't have beat Barrios up the way he did. I can guarantee that. I can bet anything on that. T20, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? Dev, funny time. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Hey, you ain't gonna just make it. This ain't one-sided, Dev. We can call it on both ends. What you did, you're undisputed. The way you went over there and handled business in Australia, much respect to you. No negative critiques to take away from that. But this whole notion, and then you trying to paint this picture like he ducking you, I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I just don't see it. The competition when he won his undisputed titles by fighting a bum who lost the league. Look, man. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. And I get it. Tank ain't got the best resume in the world. I understand. But I will double down. I will say this time and time again. He is not the only guy that doesn't have a crazy resume at 35. To me, I feel like he got slightly the better resume. People might disagree, but I still ain't get an answer to the question as to what 3 fighters you could pick off any of these dudes' resumes at 35 that compares or trumps him beating Jose Pedraza when he beat him, an undefeated champion. How he beat Leo Santa Cruz, damn near decapitated him, a 3 or 4 weight division champion. You get what I'm saying? Then he beat Barrios, who was beating ass at 140 until he ran into a tank. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, find me 3 people off these dudes' resumes that could compare or surpass those 3 guys, and I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't heard it yet. Yeah, facts, Ghost. And that shit at OG was frustrated as hell behind that shit. That's basically what he felt like they was doing after a while, was smoke and mirrors. Yeah, man, and equally, and both of them crushed. So both of their asses, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's time for them to fight. Yeah, T20, I feel you. But you know the good thing about Just Do? I try to call that shit straight down the middle. I ain't on no payrolls, and I got to call a spade. Like, I don't like the tweet and delete shit that Tank be doing. Get what I'm saying? If you want to say something, stand on it. When you delete it, make it seem like you're not standing on it. So don't tweet and delete. If you're going to delete it, don't even tweet it. So I can get on his ass too, but I don't think he doing the clout chasing. A lot of times he responding, or maybe he have his shit to say, he take his jabs here or there, but I still don't think he's clout chasing. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it's easy to keep saying you want to fight this dude when people got other obligations lined up. They just did all of this press run, this little mixtape run tour, talking about how they wasn't obligated to fight George Kambosos and how they wanted to fight fight Tank and all this shit. But then now look, October 15th, who was Dad fighting? So again, man, like, I'm seeing shit for what it is, not for what people want it to be. Like, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a tough pill for certain people to swallow. Take it. Yeah. It's gonna be a tough pill for some people to swallow, but they're gonna have to be real with themselves. It's easy to keep saying you want to fight somebody when you already got other obligations lined up, yo. I'm telling you, I want to see this energy, and this goes for both of them. I want to see the energy that they have for each other on Twitter when they ain't got no fights lined up, when the opportunity is there and all they got is space, time, and opportunity to make a fight. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to see. I just want to see these dudes actually get in there and fight each other, man. Enough is enough. I'm not into putting duck jackets on people on either side, but I see just a bit of clout chasing because of how the situation is being handled. You're making it seem like you could just do what you want, like you ain't signed a contract and got an obligation to fulfill. You making it seem like you got options and you can just go fight Tank or whoever and step up to the plate. That's not the case. You did all that bullshit just to end up rematching this dude because you had to. And I ain't even mad at that. I'm just mad at the way y'all handle it. Stop painting the picture like somebody ducking y'all, when in reality, the opportunity is not truly presenting itself in the times where y'all choosing to talk shit. And I'm starting to see a pattern. I don't think that's a coincidence. Each and every time that he's being talked about, y'all fighting Tank, is when he got a fight lined up, just had a fight, or y'all got a fight lined up or just had a fight. It's shit ain't making no sense to me, man. For now, I had Bill Haney stuttered and flip-flopping every 2 sentences. I know what you talking about, Ghost. That shit annoyed the hell out of Fanon, too, when it was all said and done. Could never be the clout chasing. When one of his events, I sold every single Devin Haney fight combined. The total revenue generated. I mean, hey, talk about it. My bro, Skills, what's good with his Skills? That's the New Orleans in the flesh. What's good with you, Brody? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? The entire brand is built on him being a victim of something. He's selling tickets by selling everyone. He a victim. Truth is, Dev is one of the most privileged fighters today. Now, look, I get what you're saying, Ghost, because now and again, let me just put it in perspective for the people. Like, you know, you by you saying he's privileged, you're not saying he don't work hard. That's not what you're saying. But he's in a very, very blessed situation. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't the biggest ticket seller. You know what I mean? His style is one that people will often complain about because they want knockouts. You get what I'm saying? So but he's still able to get these opportunities and make these huge paydays, which I'm happy for. But at the end of the day, man, if you truly want the people to believe that you and Team Haney want smoke with Tank, you're going to do it at a time where neither one of y'all got nothing lined up. You're going to go about it the right way. Like, you know, all right, we hear the general interest. We hear what you're saying. But now I want to see you go about making a fight so we could really see who avoided who in this situation. We all knew before the first Cambosa fight that Dev signed a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. And that's all I'm saying. Q Ruffin was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? Appreciate that. I don't know if you sub to the channel. If not, come join the family. Sub to the channel. And we going to rock out. D-Ray was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Fox is Haney apparently wants all the smoke. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting all the smoke. He just got to show me he wanted. Like, because what I was saying before and just trying to be fair, like, they criticize Tank a lot for the things he say. Like, they willing to, and ain't nothing wrong with holding him accountable and holding his feet to the fire when he say something that ain't lining up with what he doing. Get what I'm saying? Like, he confused us all and threw us through a loop when he just made it seem like his last fight on Mayweather on that contract was going to be his last time being, you know, under that banner. And we all see how that played out. So I got on his ass for that. But it seems like with Haney, people are comfortable or they're cool with him just saying he want to fight people and not actually fighting them. You get what I'm saying? They don't have a problem with it. They like, yeah, well, look, he said it. Look what he said. He said it. Fighters say shit all the time. And I'm starting to feel like I think Haney get a little bit too much credit for calling out people, but not fighting them. You get what I'm saying? It's only so much credit I can give you for you trying to show some general interest in a certain fight. I can hear you saying you want it, but then when I don't see you make the moves that tell me and show me you want it, then I'm scratching my head like this is looking like clout chasing. And I'm one to believe that he would get in there. I do believe that, but I believe he got to handle business the right way and get that fight done and apply the pressure that he want. You know, Bruce Gas, salute, OG. Appreciate you stopping through. You got to apply the right kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's sitting up there calling out, talking about who you want to fight. It's not, that ain't it. That's not going to get it done. Facts, T20. And he know he ain't getting out of that contract. No, he ain't getting out of that contract, especially without getting sued. Getting to him on the platter from the title to these deals and no one else be getting undisputed titles, pound for pound debates with no resume and more. Hey, you could talk about it, bro. Crush said, no, he don't. I've been so fan. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, sometimes you know what you do, bro? Turn the notifications off and then turn them back on. Maybe they'll start sending them. I appreciate you for supporting the channel, bro. They do not want all the smoke. Hey, man, it's debatable. You get what I'm saying, Crush? And I'm not knocking him because, again, on one side, I feel like this young boy got the heart and the willingness to get in there. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but just on the other side of it is like I'm seeing a pattern, like of you consistently talking about what you gonna do, who you gonna fight, when you gonna fight. But it's like it's when shit is lined up, and I can't stress that enough. How are you? Your father is playing with the fans, the people that's not truly paying attention, the people that's being fanboys and super fans, shit like that. Like, how are you sitting here saying you don't have no obligation to fight this dude? But yet and still, October 15th, y'all are scheduled for a fight for the rematch. We could start right there. You don't even got to go nowhere else. You don't even got to go nowhere else. You don't got to go nowhere else if you want to get the answers to who really looking like they talking bullshit, man. That shit ain't real. And like, again, one of the last times I heard Tank speak on Haney, it was because Brian Custer brought up something that Haney said, that Haney quoted, and he responded with the email champion, which I didn't agree with that either. I don't feel like Dev Haney an email champion. He a legit undisputed champion. Now, his road to undisputed wasn't the most impressive, but the circumstances that surrounded the win that solidified him being undisputed was very impressive. Like, you get what I'm saying, the way he handled it. But after that, get what I'm saying? again, you talking about Tank, but you're not in a position where you could fight him. So you just talking. We're gonna talk about that too, Skills, because I just watched the video before I got on here, and I gotta speak on it. And if it's any truth to that, I'm on Tank ass for that. Man, soft touch. Hey, Skills, man. It's all conversations on that. I'm glad you said that, because I'm gonna show y'all just how transparent I am. Although y'all might seem like this just an attack on Haney and Team Haney, hell nah. Remember, Tank's supposed to be a pay-per-view star, cash cow. Now, I love Tank, man. Rock with him, respect him, and all that. But if it's any truth to who he about to fight next, and that dude is Jezreel Corrales, he fucking the fans over. Yo, I don't understand how that helps his career. That does absolutely nothing for him in terms of star power or none of that. That would be worse than a Rolly Romero at this point. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Now, I don't know if BoxRec got it updated, but from the last time I checked, Jezreel Corrales got a fight September 4th, which will be what, this Sunday, against Rayo, Jose Valenzuela. So that's a power. What you think, Jose Valenzuela? What you think Rayo about to do to Jezreel Corrales on the 4th on Sunday? If that fight, that's the fight. That's why I just literally looked that up, and they said that's who he fighting. And the reason I brought up Jezreel Corrales, because Tank's supposed to have a date now too, which is supposed to be in December. And they talking about soft touch being Jezreel Corrales. And I'm like, that's fucking the fans over, because this dude, if he fighting, like I said, Sunday against El Rayo, watch Rayo stretch this dude. If he stretch him and then Tank fight him a couple months later in December, you think that's going to be good for his career? Hell no, bro. That shit going to be bogus as hell. I'm on his ass if he do that. You can't give us that kind of fight, bro. Not no Jezreel Corrales, especially if he got to fight, you know what I mean, Rayo in between you. I don't want to see it even if they don't have that fight on the 4th. I don't want to see it. That's not it, man. Nah, that's real though, Ghost. That's real. Tank versus Pitbull, the Poison and 2 get made today. That's a harder fight than anything Dev has ever fought. And it's funny that you brought him up, because Pitbull Cruz said, appreciate you, bro. He said, Devin Haney is boring. You know what I'm saying? So he sent his little shots at Devin Haney too. So, I mean, he's still in the mix. Like he got a fight coming up. I think Eduardo Ramirez, I think he fighting next. Pitbull Cruz. So we're going to see how he look in that fight, because he keep talking about a Tank fight, which nobody in the world want to see but him. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, but you know what, Skills? They trying to make it hard, but we paying attention with both eyes. You know what I'm saying? So we paying full attention. So we starting to be able to call this bullshit out as we see it, or sometimes before it even play out. This Ghost Martin talking about his rank. Fuck out there. You call out is a call out. Yeah, man. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he can't give us that fight, y'all. He can't give us that one. Fighting on Sunday too. Yeah, I think so, bro. I think that's who he fighting, Eduardo Ramirez and shit. But yeah, Crush, man. He can't give us that. He can't give us no Jezreel Corrales, especially because he food for Rayo on Sunday. And I just looked that up. September 4th. They said he fighting Valenzuela, man. That's not he gonna get his ass beat. I bet you he gets stopped. He don't get stopped, I'll be shocked. And if he don't get stopped, I still don't want to see Tank fight him, because I know Tank gonna stop him. I want to see that. I don't want to see it. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, these next couple fights gonna be telling for all these dudes, because they don't talk so much. They don't put themselves in a position where they can't just give us anything no more. You get what I'm saying? They can't continue to talk one way and move another. We calling that shit out, no matter who it is. And again, no attack on Dev Haney. Salute, Quick was good, sis. Appreciate you sliding through. No attack on Dev Haney. I respect him. I appreciate him. I rock with him. He's great for the sport of boxing. But all that you want to fight Tank every time you got something lined up, that's old now. That's old. That's old. Y'all going back and forth on Twitter as a whole. That's old. Like, do y'all want to fight or not? Because I was willing to wait for that fight for a little bit for whatever reason, but y'all got that much animosity towards each other, man. Y'all might as well get it in. Y'all might as well fight, and that's all to it, man. Just go on ahead and get this shit over with. Big Texas was good with it, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? That's saying he the most up. Why he one of the most called out guys in the last few months. You got prospects saying dude's name, even Tank and others. Can't be a boogeyman with that much smoke. Nah, he definitely, like, no disrespect. He ain't no boogeyman. Ain't no boogeyman. You ain't fought the kind of people. You ain't the right people ain't avoiding you for you to be the boogeyman. I definitely don't get that when I see him. If anything, you probably a payday for some of these lesser opponents. You know what I'm saying? But you got some guys that's there for you. Like I said, man, with him and Tank talking the way they talking, I was wanting to see Loma at the end of this contract. But now, to me, it's like being that he got to fight Kambosos. That third slot is, I know that's probably going to be reserved for Loma, but just in case it's not, I definitely want to see Tank and Dev now. It's fuck it. It is what it is. I want to see it now, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want to see it now. Now I want to see it. Y'all talking too much. I keep going at each other on both sides. So it's the Twitter war is getting old. I respect both fighters. I just want to see the fight now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see y'all talk back and forth on Twitter. I don't want to hear Bill Haney interviews on all these panels and platforms talking about how y'all could fight Tank next, but they ain't never fighting him. That's the part that's blowing me, and you can never blame 100% on the other party. You have to be accountable for your side of it. We all seen how that situation played out when y'all was claiming y'all was going to fight Gary Russell Jr. We all seen how that played out. If people was paying attention around that time, we seen how that situation played out, and it was looking real sketchy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, it got some people involved, and it ended up pissing some people off the way they was dealing with that situation. So, again, track record, they starting to establish a track record. You know what I mean? And in certain ways, their bluff is being called, and certain people just not catching it. I mean, you want to blame it all on Tank for the fight not happening. It's both of their fault. Both of them. I'm here to say that because respectfully, it's both of their fault. Because y'all both going about it the wrong way. All right, the startup, we get it. Through social media, y'all showed general interest in wanting to beat each other up. And through interviews or whatever, y'all even had a couple sparring matches and everything. Y'all got some history. Y'all got a reason to want to fight each other. So we get that. But outside of the shit talking and typing on social media and posting, are y'all really physically trying to do things to make this fight happen, or are y'all gonna just be calling each other out for years? Because we off that. We really want to see y'all fight. Broke down the Gary Russell contract. He's a lawyer who graduated at the same place I graduated from. Everyone can't be lying now. Do you see what I'm saying? OG was pissed off with that one. I remember it, Ghost. I remember it. I was following that situation very close because I was like, damn, my thoughts was like, damn, we really about to get a Dev Haney versus Gary Russell Jr. fight? Like, god damn, like boxing about to give us that? And then lo and behold, you see how they was playing around, and that situation looked funny as hell. I done seen motherfuckers asking the uncomfortable questions to the point where a certain somebody acted like their service was bad. Next thing you know, they hung up, they off the live now, acting like they service. I'm like, nah, bro. This shit was crystal clear the whole time. As soon as they ask you a question that put some heat on you, you can't hear now. Shit's staticky. You gotta hang up. I'm like, nah, nah, bro. Sorry. Much respect to the Haney, Team Haney. But yo, I'm on to it, man. I see it. I see it just a little bit differently than people. Why y'all saying it's a lot of people that saying he want all the smoke. Tank don't. But I'm trying to put something in perspective without sounding like I'm slighting this young man, because that's not what I'm here to do at all. I'm just here to put things in perspective and provoke some thought. If y'all are saying as diehard Haney fans that he want all this smoke, don't you think his last handful of opponents would be different guys? And you can't tell me everybody's ducking him and he can't get nobody in there with him. That's gonna be hard to sell. That's, to me, it's gonna be hard to sell me that one. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you really want all of this smoke that you say you want, and you a boss and all this shit, what bosses make moves, right? Bosses make shit happen. I'm just going off of what being said. Bosses make moves, right? Bosses make shit happen. He want all the smoke, right? So why is this competition not stiffer than what it is? And not even just George Kambosos. That was business. That was a business move, a legacy move, in terms of try to make some history despite the level of the opposition. He went over there with a job to do and he got it done. But I'm not just speaking about him. I'm saying previous opponents prior to him. Why are these dudes not at a higher level? Why ain't they killers? If you want all of this smoke, why can't you get none of these killers in there with you? And then you know how you fix that problem? You go up a weight class, and I guarantee you it would be plenty of guys up at 140 licking their chops to fight you. I can put money on this. So again, what we talking about? You know what I mean? If you really ducked and avoided like that, you know, the next best thing is to do what? If you can't, because I always agree, you can't force other fighters in the ring with you, right? But you can go your ass up a weight class and go get some smoke up there. Because again, you're not gonna sell me that everybody at 140 ain't gonna want to fight you. So if that's the narrative that they pushing, then cool. I'm gonna let them get that. But if y'all at least gonna be realistic to say, what you gonna do? Bitch about that? How long you gonna bitch about people not fighting you until you go up? You get what I'm saying? You look like you on borrowed time as it is. I mean, and you sending mixed signals. And if we being fair, Kano, salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. And if we being fair, you just said how you got a nutritionist and all this shit, and you made the weight comfortably. And then fast forward to today, now you already looking like you gonna beat Kambosos, and they talking about you and Loma, and you talking about you got to ask your dad so you can see how you look and shit and see if you could still make the weight. But you don't just remember that you just told us how you had a nutritionist and all that shit and how you made the weight with no problem, much more comfortably. So like, which one is it? Now just pay attention to the patterns. Now I'm not knocking him. I'm just still waiting to see what he's gonna do. But I'm just saying the jury is out on him, and it's something that I'm paying attention to. Now that smoke look like it's about to clear, like, let's be realistic. You don't want to put the cart before the horse, but who in here think that Kambosos is going to beat him in a rematch? So it's not crazy for him to be like, I ain't saying he got to overlook him, but let's be real. I expect him to go in there and handle business again. But my point is, look at the way the tune changed when it looked like the smoke about to clear, so the opportunity can present itself for you to fight one of the guys, the two top guys that you said you wanted at 35. It's Tank and Loma. That's what you said. So you already going back and forth with one. Meanwhile, you got another one that's on your heels that more than likely going to end up getting thrown in the ring with you. And it's like, what you going to do? Get what I'm saying? I'm starting to see a pattern. Like I ain't going to crucify him yet. I'm just saying my eyes to the situation. The way he moved ain't always the way people say he moved. And I'm just being honest. Like, and I've heard him on record numerous of times saying how he wanted to fight Loma, and he felt like that he said more recently that fight to get him the respect that he deserved from the boxing world, which is why he want that fight. So again, you know, it seemed like a change of tune slightly with him saying, because before it was like, you gonna fight him, you weren't talking about if I could still make the weight. Now that's what you talking about, because it's like you getting closer to reality setting in, and it sounds like you I don't know, don't get cold feet. Like, again, I'm not saying this is the way it's going to go with 100% certainty, but I can't wait for this October 15th rematch to get out the way just to see where all these dudes go from there. And again, if Tank, Antoine Russell would take that fight next, you know he'd take that fight, and you know they ain't going in there with him, man. Regis ain't even say his name, even when they mentioned them as a potential opponents. And you know what's funny? And I love Regis. You know, it's funny when they asked him about a fight that he want, and they named people. They named 40 pounders, I believe, but they named Tank as a 40 pounder, but saying, you know, he had a fight up there. And out of all the people that, you know, Regis wanted to fight, he said Tank. So that dude is like public enemy number one, bro. Like, they really be wanting to, so they say. Everybody want a piece of Tank. So they say anyway. Hold on.
When you look at 140, Gary Antoine Russell's there. Tank Davis has fought at 140. Ryan Garcia now just fought at 140. Teofimo Lopez fights now at 140. Which one of those fights interests you more?
Oh, Gervonta for sure. You know, that's, you know, me and him had some words already, you know, so I think that, you know, it's definitely between me and him. I think, you know, if he's going to stay at 140. Now, you saying 140, but then Ryan Garcia called him out in Florida, said he got to come to 135. So it's like, you know, what y'all going to do? Is it 140 or is it 135? I don't know, but eventually he will come to 140 back again. And, you know, and if I'm a world champion, he'll have to say my name. And guess what? We might have to just get it on.
It's like everybody want Tank. But I just want to hear some. I want to hear somebody because he said the first name, Gary Antoine Russell. I really wanted to hear him elaborate on that. And my only issue is that I'm not saying like, I get it. It's similar to like how Canelo went up to 75 before and came back down. I get it. You feel like he campaigned at the weight so he can make the weight so you can fight him. But I would much rather you focus on somebody that's actually at 40 instead of thinking about him that's at 35. Now, you saying you don't know what he's going to do, but he already made the decision because they asked him which one was he going to do, 40 or 35. He said he feel comfortable at 35. So there's your answer. So the next best thing would be for him to see what that Antoine Russell smoke like. Everybody calling for Tank. How you pound for pound? You fight guys with your own side and prove the best at your own weight first. That make a lot of sense. I know you talking about dad, ain't you? I know you talking about dad. Speaking of pound for pound, that magazine Punch Junkie, they dropped the pound for pound list that I posted in the thumbnail just because I felt the need to highlight what a pound for pound list should look like a real one when you ain't being biased, most likely. And you giving people they just do, as I like to call it. Punch Junkie had they pound for pound, they top 6. Number 1 was Charlo, 2 Crawford, 3 Spence. The 4th was Haney, 5th was Better Biev, and the 6th was Usyk. Even if you want to argue with it, even if you want to argue with that top 6, it's way more realistic than anything else ESPN and all them other sites is posting. And Ronnie came in hot. he said Devin is white. Damn, got no love for Haney. I'm here wearing a Tank shirt today. Damn, y'all don't like Haney, man. Haney would be all right. But again, I would rather see him and Tank fight at this point than keep calling each other out. And that go both ways as far as the Twitter war. I've seen that shit enough already. That's getting old. Like, do y'all really want to fight or do y'all not want to fight? Like, what's going on? One of them clips of Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman be pissing me off, bro. This dude be saying anything. And I think Shakur, Dev, and Tank is bound to be on the collision course sooner or later.
If it's 147, if it's
top 5 welterweight, Conor Benn.
With Errol, if it's not Bud, why not Thurman? We respect you. We admire all that you've done, Errol. We watched you compete for the USA at the Olympic Games, right? I wear red, white, and blue because it's all my American dream, and I was in pursuit to be an Olympian as well. I've walked the walk that he's walked. At the end of the day, though, your name is the truth. And the truth is, you got the WBA, you ain't seen Thurman. You took that WBC that I vacated, and you ain't seen Thurman. That's the truth. Stop playing. If you got confidence, if your team has confidence, slap me up. Man down. Man down. Be the one to defeat the undefeated Keith Thurman. Let me go ahead and bow to you and shake your hand and call you the better man. I've been beaten 1 time. Who's going to beat me 2 times?
Oh, yeah. Why the hell that boy say the undefeated Keith Thurman? Then going to turn around and say I lost 1 time. He couldn't beat me 2 times. That boy just sat there and say he was undefeated, yo. Top guys ain't really on top of shit. I just had to put it. I got another clip or 2 from Keith Thurman talking dumb again. Yeah. It's not draw. These monsters aren't that scary. They're not really shit. Pat Spence or any other guy who hold them. You heard him? Undefeated. I said, man, what the hell keep talking about?
Top 5 welterweight, Conor Benn. Quote, Thurman.
If it's 147, If it's fighting these young guys, understand, I'll fight the young guys. But Keith Thurman ain't no gatekeeper. If I am, that gate's welded shut. I've been at the top for many, many, many years. I didn't stumble there. I didn't happen to get there. I didn't get there and blip right out, you know. I appreciate working with you because you announced me as it always has been with my full credentials. The former undisputed, unified champion of the world. When in that moment, I was the currently ranked the #1 welterweight of the world. Bone Spurs, I vacated a belt. Do they know why? Do they really ask why? Because Thurman got love for the game. I wanted to share it. I wanted to let other people fight for it. Knowing that one day I'll have the opportunity to get it back.
That first clip, this boy said undefeated. Now, did y'all catch that? Did I miss some? Or when was Keith Thurman undisputed, y'all? Like, yo, nah, fuck that. Like, just so I could put some context as to why I even brought Keith Thurman up. He in the thumbnail, but I just wanted to hit on that. Like, what is he talking about? When was he not undefeated, first of all? You know what I'm saying? He said that first. And then undisputed. When was he undisputed? Yeah, what is he talking about? You know, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman used to be a smart guy, yo, when it came to he got robbed in that Manny fight, man. He was on juice. So that's a no contest. He undefeated. That's why he said that. What was Keith Thurman undisputed? Or was it like some shit I missed? Was it some technicality or some shit I probably missed? Like, what's going on? Keith Thurman crazy. Keith Thurman said undisputed, unified. Like, what? Shut up, Keith. You tripping, bro. Oh, okay. That's what you saying. I knew it had to be some type of technical term because it ain't the undisputed like what I'm thinking of, like real, like when you got all the belts. Like, cause yeah, maybe in his head, bro. Anthony Norwood was good, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Anthony beat Manny Pacquiao ass. Watch the replay. Now he did a hell of a fight against Manny Pacquiao, bro. He definitely did. He did good as hell. D3 was good with it, bro.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
You know, just
I'm about to fry this motherfucking non-talking ass dude. See, his mouth is a little afflicted. You know, he talk with that lip. I think he was trying to say undefeated, but the nigga said undisputed. He clearly said undisputed, but I think he was trying to say undefeated. Unified champion. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, then his ass, he said that in the other clip, undefeated. I said, oh, boy, you ain't undefeated no more. Somebody ain't tell this boy he lost. What's going on? What's that Johnson was good, bro.
This shit a little flicky.
Oh, shit. He got one. He said Spence ducking. Oh, shit. Hold on. He said Spence ducking.
But hold up. Did this motherfucking high yellow ass nigga just say he gave up the belt so somebody else can fight for it here and get it back later?
Yes, that's why I played them clips because I felt like he was bogus. I said, yo, he tripping. What is Keith Thurman? What's his problem, bro? You know what? Hey, since he cut that hair, he been tripping. That he cut his ponytail, he been bugging, yo. I'm telling you. He cut that hair.
He cut the part of the hair that had his brain attached to it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Boy, cut some of his common sense out when he cut his ponytail. He took the common sense.
Did anybody ask why I gave it up? Because your ass ain't want to fight, nigga. That's why you gave it up.
We really sat here and heard this man say he gave the belts up so somebody else could fight for him. Like, who in the hell do he think gonna believe that? Yo, what is wrong with him, yo? Goes crazy. Spence been ducking Thurman for 5 years. Oh shit. Hey Johnson, I don't know if you trolling, but I'm in a good mood anyway. So what did Keith Thurman duck Spence? I want you to answer that. And then I'll see if you really real or you just trolling. Did Keith Thurman duck Spence?
Ghost, I ain't no goddamn no Keith Thurman hater. I'm a daggone liar.
Keith, that's comedy gold back, Big Turkey.
When a nigga straight up lie to me, that's what I hate.
Oh man, I love y'all, yo. I love y'all, man. Y'all crazy. Hey, yo, some real shit, yo. I'm willing to bet real money, fam, that if Keith Thurman fought Earl Spence right now, he'd get stopped. And that's all jokes aside. And then you know what? I like Keith Thurman. I actually like him. I don't dislike him.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm so confident that Keith Thurman will get stopped if he fought Earl Spence. I will put my brand new fucking Dodge Charger on the line. He will get stopped if he fight Earl Spence right now.
I'm telling you, he ain't in the, he's not at the physical level where he would be at a like.
Did y'all just see a 140-pound Mario Barrio hurt Keith Thurman?
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all better put that in perspective, yo. Spencer really hurt him. All right, John, so I see you. I feel you. But yeah, Spence ain't ducking him, yo. Just look at it like this. If you being honest, like if you wanted some perspective to it, because your opinion is going to be your opinion, and that's cool. But he really don't even like Keith Thurman, yo. He literally said he'd rather vacate his belts than fight him. And that's, to me, like, that ain't me saying, he really scared of him. Like, he really don't want to fight that dude because when he had an opportunity, he didn't fight him. Even Keith Thurman said, yo, he really wished that he would have fought that dude when he was supposed to.
I'm gonna tell you what Earl Spence look at it like this. He said, the man didn't give me the opportunity to unify. I will not put no money in this man's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He is not giving that nigga no payday. Everybody knows, in order to get a payday, you have to fight Earl Spence. He's the money man at 147 right now. He's the money man. So Earl Spence said, I am not giving that man no money. If he gonna make money, he gonna make it elsewhere, not on my back.
He really don't like Keith Thurman. Because he know he blatantly ducked him. Like, that was blatant ducking. The ducking like that you referring to, it ain't the same. And it does nothing for his career. You get what I'm saying? At the time, why it made sense for Keith to take the risk or get a young man an opportunity because he deserved the opportunity to fight you. Like, not because he just was popular or because he won. He deserved that fight. Now, if you're being honest, putting things in perspective, that'll be going backwards for him because that does nothing for him. The only fight that truly does something for him right now at 47 is Crawford. That's it. Anything else will be stupid. So that's never going to be a focal point of his.
Right. Nobody else is offering Earl Spence anything except for Crawford at 147. None of those. I mean, you could say legacy fight, but shit, he fought 3 legacy fights already without Thurman. He fought 3 of them. So that shit doesn't do anything for Earl
business sense it wouldn't. The only way that he would fight him, it would be him really just throwing Keith Thurman a bone at this point. I promise you. And if they had a different relationship, maybe I could see it. But Keith Thurman ain't no young up and comer that deserve a shot. He an older guy, a vet that's been in the game that avoided fighting this particular guy. You get what I'm saying? Now EJ like, hell no, I ain't fighting you.
The only way that Earl Spence will fight Keith Thurman right now is somehow Keith Thurman get the WBO belt from Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence still won undisputed. Earl Spence will fight Keith Thurman, put his ass in the hospital, and retire his ass and be undisputed.
Tell me that should be bad.
That nigga will be pissing blood for the next 4 weeks.
Ghost, you stupid, yo.
I don't even think Earl Spence gonna go to the head. I don't even think Earl Spence gonna go to his head. He's gonna go straight to his body the entire fight.
Only time and the only head shots he probably gonna throw primarily is gonna be jabs and work off that straight to the body, break his ass down. I'm telling you, that shit will be a bad look for Keith Thurman, yo. Especially once his motor get revved up, Keith Thurman ain't got that same umph in his physicality. Like, he missing some shit. I'm telling you, that should be a bad fight for him. He better be glad Spence don't want to fight him. Like, I'm being honest, like, he better be glad. It's like I be saying, all them people that be talking about, Shakur, he too big. You need to hurry up and go to 35. Some of y'all better be glad he chilling down there at 30 right now because he going to beat some of y'all favorite fighters if they get in the ring.
Speaking about motherfuckers that's talking crazy right now, your boy talking crazy.
Who that?
Tank Davis.
Oh, yeah. You ain't hear what I said? Well, you talking about
I was at work. I was at work.
The
so
tweet and delete shit?
No. Not with Devin Haney.
Oh.
He was talking crazy to the fans. He told the fans he was spazzing out on the fans like, I don't give a fuck what y'all want. I'll fight Eastside Cruz in December. I don't care what y'all want.
Okay. Well, that's cool. You want to do that? Guarantee you I'll get on his ass about it, and I'll stop showing interest in his fights too. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody exempt. You don't get to do shit on the fans and make money too and be rich too. You don't get to do that. I don't give a fuck who you are. And you probably missed it. I did hear a potential opponent for December was Jezreel Corrales, which is supposed to be fighting on Sunday against Rayo. So you know Rayo gonna sleep him. So say if he fight a couple months later in December and fight Tank, that's a bullshit fight. And I already said it. If he go that route, I'm on his ass, man. That's bogus. Come on, Tank. Don't do that, man. Do not do that. This ain't no begging or nothing. Yo, we gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna stop being interested in your career. I don't give a fuck about no knockouts. I ain't fanned out like that for nobody. You really gonna do that? We don't want to see no fucking Pitbull Cruz fight, bro. We ain't even want to see it the first time. And we don't want to see that shit.
Goes, what you wanna troll today? You wanna be a troll today?
Damn, that shit frustrating as hell, bro. Like, what is you on? You far too talented to be selling yourself short like that. Unless you just ain't confident. If you ain't confident in yourself, then I'll get it. But say that, because the way you talk and the way you move got to line up. And the way I ask for everybody else to move accordingly, it is no different with him. That shit have frustrated me bad. Like, I ain't saying I should matter or I pay for all your fights and I'm the reason you rich. None of that. But if that's the attitude you're going to have, expect people to not want to support you, yo. Expect that.
Right.
Don't, because you can't have it both ways.
We was giving you a pass. We was saying Floyd was making your fight, but you talking like this. Now it sounding like your ass asking for the Pitbull Cruz fight.
Exactly. Nobody wants to see that shit, boy.
No,
we don't care if you didn't knock him out. We don't care about that. We don't want to see it.
That's what I'm about to say. I didn't see you rematch the motherfucker that you went the distance the last time.
Exactly.
The last time you went the distance, you ain't rematch his ass. So what the
then
fuck you rematch
the
Pitbull Cruz for?
And then his ass really went the distance because he was in there playing. I remember it was like a 6-round fight. I could go to it on the resume. I believe it was a 6 round. I forgot dude's name.
Because that was the fight that Floyd Mayweather got on Tank's ass.
Yeah, he was mad.
You in this motherfucker playing around. You supposed to get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget that because his fights was on early in his career. He used to have them big ass, long ass trunks and shit.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the first time I seen Floyd actually scream on Tank.
Man, you got to, like, that shit weak as hell. He out. Damn, that's probably why they talking about he a replacement for December. So now it make more sense. That's even more scarier. We talk sports on everything now. I'm even more concerned that he really gonna fight this dude. Now he ain't got to get slept by Rayo and then Tank back to back. So he could just sit this one out because he got visa issues. So he gonna get that. They gonna get that right for the Tank fight. And Tank telling you, Tank, don't do that. Don't fight that dude. Don't nobody want to see you fight no Jezreel Corrales, bro.
I would rather Tank Davis fight Abner Mares instead of fighting Pitbull Cruz.
Man, me too. At least it's a different face, man. Different opponent, something, man. God damn. But still, man, you gonna piss me off. What are you doing, bro?
At least Abner Mares is a name. Pitbull Cruz ain't no fucking name. He just got
but
a name.
You know what, though? Another question, though. Realistically, though, another question. Who should he fight next?
Who should he fight?
Who should he fight? Like based on, like, if we got to pick, like, as fans, saying, if anybody tied up, they tied up. But as far as the people that's free and makes sense, who should he fight? I think that's a good question.
People that's free, who should he fight?
Mm-hmm.
Since he don't want to fight none of the big names that we name, how about your ass get in there? How about you get in there with motherfucker O'Shaquie Foster?
Hey, all right, shit. Why not?
He can't get no motherfucker fight.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Nobody want to fight his ass.
You know what I'm saying? Why not fight him? Why not?
At least give him you might beat him, but at least get a nigga a payday since nobody else want to fight him.
Exactly.
Get a nigga a payday.
Exactly. Just want to see Pitbull unconscious on the stretcher. He pulls in my Unk Gang boys, so I don't like them very much. That's crazy that they really did that to him, Ghost. I know you've been saying that for a minute, and I don't think you just be saying shit. So that's wild. They poison that man like that. El Ryo versus Keyshawn Davis next. That'd be a good fight, yo. AK, salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Tank bagging like a sucker with Devin Haney. Yeah, man, both of them, AK. I've been trying to hold both of them accountable, like, because they both doing a lot of John and Twitter warring and, you know what I mean, finger keyboard warrior type shit. When in reality, they both solid ass fighters and they both need to get in there with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say Frank Martin, but Frank Martin ain't experienced enough.
Facts, Ghost. Yeah, Frank Martin. Yeah, and he's supposed to fight Colbert. Interview and everything. He's probably stuff and taking a leader out. Oh yeah, that's crazy, Ghost. That's crazy, bro. That's wild.
Man, I don't know who the fuck this nigga Tank Davis gonna fight. Shit. Rivera want to fight his ass. Get in there, bro. Yeah, I was just saying that. Rivera want to get in there with his ass. Get in there with his ass.
I don't know, Shockey, Foster, yeah, man, like something, like, and like again, man, like I just be wanting to be clear. When we get on fighters, it's because we expect more from them. Like we hold y'all to a standard. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all obviously showed us something, and we got enough faith in y'all where we expect y'all to at least be challenging yourself each and every time out. I don't want to see you keep fighting, 70-30 type fights, man, where these dudes really ain't got nothing but barely a puncher's chance or some freak shit got to happen for them to beat you. I don't want to see that. I want to see a motherfucker that's really going to make you dig deep. So we really know the kind of fighter Tank Davis is or how deep Devin Haney could dig. You know what I'm saying? Like, why else would we be watching this shit? I don't want to see for sure wins just because I like you as a fighter. I want to see you challenged. I don't want to see you keep beating up like low-level opponent after low-level opponent. That shit ain't even exciting. It's not.
I got the perfect fight for Tank, and he gonna make a hell of a lot of money. Both of the fighters gonna make a lot of money. Perfect fight. This is a pay-per-view fight for sure, and it's gonna sell probably about 300,000 to 400,000 pay-per-view, maybe even more than that. It's a big-ass fight. He should get in there with Keith Thurman. Knock his motherfucker ass out.
Keefy Pooh. That shit'd be wild. Challenge him at what, 47?
Hell yeah.
Go his ass.
One fight. At a catchweight. One fight at a catchweight. Make it 44 pounds. Both Tank Davis got to come up, and Keith Thurman just got to drop 3 pounds.
Nah, but
drop 3 pounds.
I hear you, AK, but I look at it like this: that the fighting that they're trying to say. Just think about it. Why do we know Devin Haney want to fight Tank? Just think about that. Why do we know he at least showing interest, right? It's not based off nothing he's really doing. It's off shit he's saying. So that's what I had put into perspective. Like, he get a lot of credit for just saying he want to fight people, but just think about it. He'll say this, and then look who he'll fight as opposed to a Tank Davis or even close to that level. You get what I'm saying? We give him a lot of credit for just saying it, but not actually doing it. And they go for Tank too.
But did you hear the recent shit about Devin Haney?
What's that?
That Devin Haney said he was going to force the WBA to unify the titles, the WBA titles, and Team Tank said if they force the WBA to unify these titles, they're going to go a different route. And the different route was 130 pounds.
Tank back to 130.
That's what BF just reported yesterday. If you go to BF channel, he got a joint on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, bro. If Dev is gonna mandate anything to make them have to fight, and you go in another direction, that's ducking.
That's straight ducking.
That's ducking, especially if you don't fight a opponent that's like, almost equal to or better than. It's a duck. Like, or the opportunity for you would have to make so much sense. I would have to say, all right, I get it. But still in all, for him to have to do that and then you turn the other cheek, man, bro, that's ducking. And I don't care what nobody say. Again, like, if that happened, y'all gonna see me call it out. I'm not making no excuses for no fighters. but I don't tear them down as fighters either. We just call out the bullshit. So that's what people got to stop being sensitive about. There's certain people that go way crazier than I go, but I'm gonna just call bullshit always, and people gonna respect me for it because I'm not rocking with that. If I could criticize Canelo for ducking Top Smoke and avoiding quality fighters, think I ain't gonna say nothing. If Tank obviously get put in a situation where he gotta fight this dude and he don't, nah, you can't do that. You gotta fight him. You shouldn't even have to be put in no situation to fight him. You should want to fight him because he one of the best, and you want to prove you one of the best. How do you prove you one of the best? By beating everybody that's so-called the best in or around your weight class. Simple and plain. Facts. And I like to see Gary Russell get an opportunity. Evander, he said publicly that Andy Ruiz is technically a better boxer. No, the fuck he ain't. Andy Ruiz ain't technically better than him.
No, what Biff said, he don't believe that it was Tank Davis that said he would go in different direction. He believed it's Floyd Mayweather. But either way you look at it, it's still your ass going a different direction. If you say, okay, Floyd, I'm gonna go a different direction, it's still you. I don't give a fuck if Floyd is your manager or whatever the fuck he is to you. I don't give a fuck. That's still you. For you to say, okay, I gotta listen to him, but I'm not scared of Devin. No, that don't look like you're not scared of Devin.
Nah, look like you avoiding him. And I look, I'm gonna call that out, and that's what it's gonna look like.
And don't nobody get it twisted. Even though I'm team Russell, I still fuck with Tank Davis.
Nah, Ghost, that's wild right there what you saying, Ghost, because again, and I don't even be trying to think that deep into it sometimes, but I guess when you dealing with Team Haney, you can't just take them at their word. Sad to say, man, it is what it is, but the way he make it sound is like he got the power to force them to, you know what I mean, make them unify or mandate or whatever he talking about. He's saying that, but he already in the contract. He got obligations already, and he making it seem like he could do something he can't. See, that's the problem that I have with Team Haney, the misdirection. Combat 2 bag was good, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Haney been chasing everybody, bro. He can't make nobody fight him. He fight whoever the next line. Diaz. Yeah. I'm gonna always say that. I always say you can't make him fight, but again, if that's truly what he pushing, like that's what if his reasoning for his opponents are lack of top level opponents because he can't get none of these dudes at 35, the top so-called top dudes to get in there with him, I feel like how long he gonna use that excuse? Because if that's really the case, one quick fix, go your ass up a weight class. You're not gonna convince me that everybody at 140 ain't gonna fight you. They're gonna be licking their chops pretty much to fight you. You got a rematch clause, not just him. The WBA will get sued. That's what I'm saying. So again, that's misdirection for the fans. That's not what we need, because there's too many people that ain't gonna know what you talking about, Ghost, and they gonna just think they gonna hear what he said and just run with it. He said he gonna do this, but again, even if he can't do it, the fact that Tank saying that, like if he put himself in a position where you gotta fight him, you won't fight him. That I don't like that. And I would have to need some explanation as to why you saying that. Like you would have to come up with a hell of an explanation. Like, and the only thing I could think of off the top of my head is some ego shit where you're not gonna force me to do shit. Like I move how I want to move, but I still ain't gonna respect it, because at the end of the day, all that jawing back and forth and you got an opportunity to fight him and you don't, it's weak. They've been in there with the same shoes as EJ, except he don't got to serve him opponents. Al to serve him opponents. Yeah, you could say that. But again, man, this whole notion that nobody will get in there with you, you know how you fix that. Go up. Legally speaking, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Yeah, I feel you. T, what's good with it, Brody? My bro,
I'm trying to see how that's gonna work, because we all know that Bob Hearn said after this Cambosa fight, Devin Haney is fighting Loma next.
Loma T, Tank Ryan, keep talking. Yeah, again, like I understand what you're saying, AK, like with the fights not materializing, but I just think we give Devin Haney way too much credit. Like every time all he got to do is say he want to fight somebody, right? And if that fight don't materialize because all he did was say it, then it's like, they ducking him. No, you got to do more than say it, bro. You can't just get on social media and be like, yo, I want to fight Tank Davis. Well, you know what? Well, I want to fight Floyd Mayweather in the exhibition because I know I'm going to get paid.
You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up on social media. I'm gonna get up on IG tomorrow, later on after this live, and say, yo, I want to fight Floyd Mayweather. It just don't work like that. You can't just say, I want to fight Tank, and then when it don't happen, or I want to fight Loma. Then when it don't happen, it's like they all ducking you. I just don't believe that. Do it when it makes sense. Like, again, specifically sticking to him and Tank, they both at fault for why the fight didn't happen between each other. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying neither one of them is at fault more than the other. They both of their asses. Because the only thing both of them did for a while now, been what, some years, is talk shit to each other back and forth on social media. None of them or their teams is actually putting any physical effort to make the fight happen. You get what I'm saying? They're just saying it. And that, again, it's saying it, that shit sound cool. Yeah, I want to fight Tank Davis, but when it's time to really try to go and make a fight, are you going to do it? That's what I'm saying. And until that happens, I can't say Tank ducked him or he ducking Tank. They got to both show me something other than saying it. Yeah, I get you, T. They said Tank could mandate or something like that or force the fight. But I don't see why he wouldn't want to do it. If they're talking shit back and forth to each other, they should fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the thing is, they look at it because
I know what you're talking about.
Devin Haney is the undisputed champion. They look at it, Devin Haney, undisputed champion. Everybody should be gunning to fight Devin Haney. But it's not always that easy for everybody just to gun and fight Devin Haney. Yeah, Devin Haney said, yeah, I want to fight him. But what's going on behind the scenes? Because you're not just working for yourself no more. You're working with Bob Arum. So what is Bob Arum doing to make this fight happen? You under Bob Arum, you're not working for yourself no more like that.
Fate was good, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Looks like you're getting a four pack.
Now I'm not taking nothing away from Devin Haney. If he wants to fight, he wants to fight. But it got to be a little bit more to it than just saying I want to fight. Because
my bad.
We hear people all day say they want to fight, but it got to be a little bit more to it than just saying you want to fight.
Bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Now the fighters, I'm ultimately put the blame on the fighters because they got the final say. Can't nobody force they ink to paper. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you've seen it time and time again. When fighters truly want to fight each other, it happens. So the bulk of the blame is gonna go on the fighters. But for me, once I put the blame on the fighters, I'm putting it equally on both for the fight not happening. Because again, when we talk about Devin Haney and Tank Davis, they both sitting there saying they want to fight each other. But more so when I see Haney do it, because he's getting, and why I focus on him, and there's no slight to him, because he gets so much credit for just all he got to do is say he want to fight somebody. If the fight don't happen, that fighter ducked him. It don't work like that, man. You got to do more than get on social media and type some characters and say, yo, I want to fight somebody, or I want to do this, or he this, or he that. It don't work like that. You got to do something else other than just saying out your mouth or typing, yo, I want to fight him. Then the fight never happened. You like, you know what? Tank Davis been ducking him for years. And I ain't never going to run with that. You got to show me something else. Ashley's Corner, salute, Queen. Appreciate you sliding through. What's this? Ghost got some. Ghost got some in the joint. Yo. T, what's good with it, bro?
Yo, Tank Davis can force his WBO mandatory whenever he get ready to.
Yeah.
Whenever he decides to, like whenever he decides to. It ain't no contract. It ain't no rematch clause that can overpower because Tank got a contract too. The WBA mandatory, that's a contract with your name on it that says you are obligated to fight this guy within this allotted time. Tank only got a certain amount of time. If Tank don't push his mandatory in a certain amount of time, then no fight is gonna happen. Now I get it, right? Devin Haney talk too much for y'all, right? He talk too much. He say too much. I get it, but the facts are the facts. Tank can fight Devin Haney if he want to. He really can. Whether we like Devin or not, Tank can fight that man.
And I like both of them. But again, if that's all they're going to do is bark, I really want to see it now.
Didn't Tank say that he could push a mandatory or some shit like that?
No, he didn't say he could push a mandatory. He said, I don't. He said, I don't have. He said, I'm not in my contract no more. You're a free agent. I'm a free agent. We could fight next after you get past Cambosa.
Ghost. All mandatories work the same, bro. You get a contract with your name on it saying that he got a certain amount of time to fight you, bro. They all work the same, bro.
That's not true. The WBA contract does not say that.
What the hell
Devin
y'all
Haney
think a
been hated
mandatory
on.
is? Y'all think a mandatory just words that they say to you? You think they just say you the mandatory? No, they say
I don't, Shaquan, I don't know what your angle is, but this ain't no Devin Haney hate. So this don't apply to nothing I'm saying. What I'm saying, and I'm gonna keep saying it. These dudes really want to fight each other, and this is why I say the blame is on both of them. If they really want to fight each other, they're gonna do more than just keep saying it on social media and Twitter, yo. That go for both of them.
My whole thing is, if that is true about what BF reported yesterday, I tell Team Haney, go ahead and make the WBA force that shit. And then if Tank Davis
what BF report yesterday?
He reported that Team Haney said they was going to go to the WBA and force them to mandate Tank Davis and Devin Haney to unify the WBA title. But Team Tank said if they do that, they're going to go a different direction, and the different direction was 130. The different direction was 130 pounds. And what I say is, that's what Team Davis said, not Tank. Team Davis.
Team Davis said if Devin Haney forced that mandatory, they going a different route.
Yeah, they're gonna go a different direction, and the different direction is 130 pounds. That's what BF reported yesterday. But what I say is, if that is true, I tell Haney, go ahead and force it. Now you can let the world know this nigga's not trying to fight you.
You shouldn't have to force it, though. You shouldn't have to.
I said that too.
Tank should be the one forcing it. Regardless
whether he has to or not, to prove to everybody that Tank Davis, if you say, "Oh, I want to fight Tank Davis, but he don't want to fight me,"
why this sound like Earl and Bud, dog?
No, but listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying though. If this is true, if you saying you want to fight Tank Davis, but he don't want to fight you, and these new reports that came out, if the new reports are true, then go ahead and force it. And let Tank Davis go a different direction, and then everybody can see, oh, Tank Davis don't want to fight you. That's how I look at it.
But again, while you saying that, I mean, like, look, that I don't get into all that. That mandate this, you could do this. Again, he's saying, wouldn't he get sued if he tried to do this while he already in a contract?
The mandatory is a contract.
So what he said, because I see what Ghost saying, Devin can't mandate shit until after the George rematch. That's what I'm saying. That the confusion, like which one is it? Can he do it or can he not do it? Because if he can't do it and he's saying he could, then he's talking shit. Tank could do it, but the one saying they could do it is not the one that could do it. Because I don't know. I'm confused. Again,
why should a champion now? Actually, he can go ask him to make Tank the mandatory, but why should a champion have to do that? If you the regular champion,
a mandatory would supersede each other.
Bingo.
It supersedes that rematch. Everything.
Shit,
yes, it supersedes that.
Agreed. Haney came back says, I mean, y'all saying he can, y'all saying he can. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know.
The only thing the mandatory doesn't supersede is a unification. Anything else, a mandatory supersedes that. You will have to pay Kambosos step aside, or Kambosos could just say, you know what? I'm going to sit here and just wait. I still got my rematch coming. He still got his rematch. The rematch ain't going nowhere. He still got it. The rematch ain't going nowhere. It's just a matter of if Devin Haney going to have the belt or is he not going to have the belt.
So I just want to know. So like what y'all saying is, regardless of this rematch, right, being scheduled and all that, you saying who can force Tank could still come in and still force a fight between him and Haney?
I just thought about it. No. That's not gonna take the place of the Kambosos rematch, because the Kambosos rematch is next month. It's gonna be the fight after that.
So he's gonna be on the tail end of that contract then, that third fight, if he do that.
It's gonna supersede. It's gonna supersede. It's gonna supersede
the Lomachenko. I said that months ago.
Yeah, it's gonna supersede that Lomachenko fight. It's not going to supersede the Kambosos because that's next month. Tank Davis ain't fighting next month.
I'm finna show it to you because I did a video on the WBA already calling him the Mendo. I'm finna tell y'all like that.
National TV
Y'all can
was
let people
good
say
with it,
something, bro. You gotta do your own
sliding
influence.
through. Tank versus Ryan. See, that's why I speak on the shit that I know for sure. This kind of went into like I guess y'all got into I don't know the politics of it because I guess
Check me out. Check me out.
This ain't the politics. This the rules.
Now check me out, yo. Check me out. The WBA ordered Tank to be George Kambosos mandatory before the before the Devin Haney fight. They ordered him to be George Kambosos mandatory.
No, it wasn't the George Kambosos. It was the winner of the George Kambosos fight.
Facts.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the mandatory for the winner.
He already is. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the mandatory for the winner. But for some reason, they went ahead and did the daggone rematch.
Because Tank ain't pushed forward with it, bro. And I be trying the reason I want to talk about this is because I don't want to be throwing people under the bus, bro. But y'all be throwing Devin under the bus. This ain't Devin's fault, yo. It's not. This one ain't on Devin, yo.
I ain't throwing Devin under the bus. I'm just saying.
Most people do though. Most people do though.
I'm saying if this is true, if it's true, I tell Team Haney go ahead and force it. Go ahead and force it. Let everybody see what's really going on. Why are you trying to cover up for Tank? Go ahead and force it and let everybody see what's really going on. If this is true. I don't know if it's true or not. But this, like I said, BF reported it yesterday, and he said he hates reporting breaking news.
My era is soft. My era is soft, bro. Champions got to seek out challengers in my era. This era is soft. I agree with all them old heads. We soft as hell right now. For real. We is soft as hell right now. This man,
like I said, I ain't used to all this shit.
Devin straight up said, bro, I got all the belts, throw your belts away. Tank Davis said, you broke. You were born. Come on, but that should have let y'all know right there where Tank mind it. Tank already rich, bro. Tank rich. You don't give a fuck about them belts.
Nope, we don't. He said he don't care about the belts. See, what I think will be happening is these conversations be going left because when you be sharing the information back and forth, somewhere along the lines they get turned into this versus this. What I was saying here, my whole point of even speaking on this, they both only show a willingness to talk about fighting each other. I haven't seen neither one of them outside of tweeting and talking shit actually physically do anything outside of talking about wanting to fight each other. And what I noticed is whenever Devin Haney speaks on wanting to fight somebody and the fight doesn't happen because he said he want that fight, then they're going to say he ducked them. Somebody just wrote it in here. They named like 3 people. And I'm like, what I'm not going to run with is everybody's ducking him. That's what I'm saying. Whether it be Tank, Loma, or anybody else, I'm just not going to run with that. I haven't seen that from everybody. I haven't seen or heard enough evidence to support everybody ducking them. Now, maybe somebody did along the lines, but this whole notion that nobody is going to fight him, I ain't running with it.
Not ducking that, man.
I'm just not.
Loma did. Tank didn't. Loma did for sure.
But see, again, so you agreeing with me. I always said this. That's where my thoughts was. And I said neither one of them was ducking each other. Neither one. But to me, they ain't tried to make the fight outside of talking shit.
Ain't neither of them tried to make the fight though.
That's what my whole point was. I tried to be as fair as possible. I said like, both.
Hey, fuck them both right now. They both on some bullshit.
Man, I said it all. I said if he fight, I also said if he fight,
it's really only one person. But
if he fight Jezreel Corrales, it's a bullshit fight. I done said everything I think I could say. It wasn't a one more than the other. It was both. They both at fault because they both I ain't seen nobody do nothing besides talk. That's and unless y'all seen something different. All I seen is talk.
One person fight for titles and the other person just fighting. What they sound like? One person fight for straps and the other person just fight. If I ain't nothing, bro, I'm consistent. I don't like bashing one of these. I don't like bashing one of these brothers.
See, but it's not. If you speaking the truth, it's not bashing. It's never bashing. It's not bashing. If you speaking something that's factual, you're not bashing them. You're just speaking what it is.
Hey, dude. I'm the basher, bro. Fuck it. I'll be guilty. Yeah, I'm the basher. Goddamn it.
Rightfully bash the right person though.
And I'm a bash these motherfuckers the way they supposed to be bashed. I don't have no picks right now. Ain't nobody safe with me.
But I've been saying this. I knew for a fact this conversation was going to turn into this back and forth when I clearly stated the blame is on both of these dudes. I ain't seen until I see something. Maybe I see something different. All I see is them talking shit back and forth to each other, and neither one of them going about making a fight. Exactly. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong. I haven't seen it from either side. That's where I was at with it. It wasn't Dev is being. I stated this several times. This ain't no tearing Dev down. This ain't no hate on Dev. You hear all this time. What was you hearing his father saying? They wasn't contractually obligated to fight no George Kambosos. Who was he fighting on the 15th? I started with that. So if it was any chance that you could have fought Tank or you could have did something to fight him, then why didn't you? You telling people one thing, but y'all doing another. So the blame to me is on both because I seen Tank do the same shit. Both of them. That's where I was at with it. I didn't want to say one more than the other. It's both of them. And I said, with all the shit that they talking, now I was out of the mindset before this point that I could wait to see them fight. But now that they keep talking shit, and then you keep, it's people, it's going to go back and forth. People going to say Tank ducking him. People going to say Dev ducking Tank. For me, I ain't putting a duck jacket on neither one of them, but I want to see the fight. That was my whole point. I want to see the fight. They talking shit to each other. I want to see the fight more so now than later. I'm done with them talking shit.
You know what it sound like? You know what it sound like? It don't sound like Bud Crawford, Earl Spence. What it sound like to me is Shakur Stevenson and Chris Colbert. That's what it sound like. Them niggas were just going back and forth on Twitter. Neither one of them motherfuckers
But they actually seem like they should fight at this point. Y'all done got sparring sessions. Y'all got history. Like, y'all going back and forth. I just want to see it. And I don't care who win. I just want to see it. That's what I was saying. I ain't really want to make it seem like one of these dudes is more wrong than the other, but they both doing the same thing. That's what I do see. I see that.
And real quick, just so y'all know, it wasn't like George Campbell. The contract that Devin Haney signed with George Kambosos, it was a 2-fight rematch deal. Devin Haney's side was going to pay for the first one. Kambosos' side was going to pay for the second one. Devin Haney didn't know if Kambosos' side was going to have the money to pay for the second fight. You know what I mean? So that's why he was saying it's a chance that we can fight if Kambosos' side can't come up with their money. Because Australia didn't want to fund that shit again because it busted the first time.
See, but AT, if they had you explaining that to the people instead of saying something different than that, because that's not what his father was saying. That makes sense to me. See, I'm a man of logic. What you just said, that makes sense. But they was making it seem like, no, we ain't got to fight this dude in no way, shape, or form.
He said it wrong, but that's what he was
trying what I'm saying? To say. So again, he got to be careful with his words, and he should choose his words more wisely. If you mean one thing and saying another, people gonna hold you to what you're saying. So that's where the confusion with me came in, period, for me to even talk about anything he said. I'm like, I'm listening to him. He like, nah, we don't basically like, we ain't gotta fight Kambosos. Right now, we wanted to, we could fight Tank. It's up to him. You get what I'm saying? So then when people hear that, they like, well, damn, so Tank ain't saying nothing, Tank don't want to fight him, and then we get these duck throwing back and forth. They're duck, he a duck. I don't think neither one of them is ducks, but I think when they truly want to fight, we're gonna see them do something more than speak on it on social media. I think it's fair to say that. Whether on either side, we just fight either way it go.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
And I rock with both of them too, because I fuck with him.
I don't think neither one of them is scared of each other. Period. I don't think neither one of them scared of each other.
I don't think he's scared either. But remember, I just called it out. If he's saying he could force it, and they talking about they gonna go in another direction, that sound like ducking to me. I also said that shit sound crazy. That shit don't sound cool. You ain't nobody gonna give you no points for openly saying you gonna go in another direction. When you get a challenge issue to you, you're supposed to accept all challenges, especially if you're a cash cow. You the man, right?
Hey, listen, that goes for cash cow, and that goes for the champion. My whole thing is this: I hate. People, when people say, Dev is being ducked, right? You can't say that. And the reason why you can't say that because it's not true. And a lot of people stay in one area about this shit. So basically, basing it on the other big names. There's other people in the fucking goddamn division. So since this man got all the straps, he has all the straps, people. Yes. Nobody has nothing to offer Devin Haney. Nobody. So you either fight whoever call you the fuck out or move the fuck on. I don't want to hear that. Oh, well, it gotta be a certain person. A call out is a call out to me.
Come here.
And people need to stop being selective with that. I mean,
Come
with this call out shit, because that's why people saying that people's ducking that because they're being selective about it. But you're ignoring the guy over here that's calling him out. Why? Because his name ain't in the bright lights and all that shit. Fuck all that shit, because bright lights don't really mean that you really that fucking good. We just seen a couple guys get in the bright lights and didn't deserve to be there. They both on some bullshit right now. No, both of them.
Goes.
That's all I was. That's what I was. That's what I was.
Man said we can fight Tank Davis right now. What he meant by that was if Kambosos don't have his shit together, they can't fight who they want to fight. George Kambosos almost didn't. George Kambosos almost didn't even get funded.
You cut out, P.
His fight because he did so bad in that last fight.
He fell off.
Hey, Tank right now, he was saying that because at that time, George Kambosos didn't have nothing solidified. And even when they got it solidified, Devin said, "No, I got to take a look at that." Being the asshole like George Kambosos did him. But everybody missed all that shit because instead of us, focusing on George and the Kambosos shit, we went straight to the Tank Davis shit when Devin called him out, which is what you're supposed to do after you have a championship fight, call out the biggest name in your division. They literally just said, "I'm going to fight you after your fight." That's what Devin was supposed to do. But we got so upset at him doing that, we missed the whole fact that he in this war with Kambosos. You get what I'm saying? Him and Kambosos got a person beef. Kambosos said, "Devin, your shit in the ain't real." Kambosos said, "Devin, you a snitch, you a rat." Devin can't get his get back. Nah, I don't know if that nigga money there. They ain't seen me no contract. I ain't seen shit yet. That's what Devin said. Yeah, I mean, we basically just jumped on Haney and Bill for getting their lick back, for celebrating. That's basically what we did.
That nigga need to be more transparent.
You
know what he be doing? He be getting up there selling bullshit, and when he get called out on it, they don't like it. For me, I know what I heard him say, but the way you explained it, had he explained it like that, it would have made the sense.
Ghost,
that's true making to me.
He didn't explain it like I explained it, Ghost, but that's what he meant. He straight out said we could fight Tank next. He didn't say we could fight Tank next because I ain't sure if George Kambosos go even get the funding. He ain't say all that. He just said we could fight him next. You know what I mean? He ain't explaining.
But that makes a big difference though, because and I think, and then this is the thing too though. I think he knows how that comes off to the people. So again, that's not falling on Haney, because Haney ain't putting the words or battery in his back. He getting up there doing that himself. But I'm just looking at him as a representative of Team Haney. Like, I'm gonna hold his word, hold him to his word. I'm like, damn, could y'all really do that? Or are you just talking?
He most definitely is a representative of Team Haney, for sure. For sure is that.
But yeah, back to the point though, for me, I've been fucking with these dudes, both of them. I like them both. Despite how I think a fighter play out, I don't even care as much. I just would want to see them fight each other because they showing so much.
Can't understand, y'all. I straight up told Bill Haney to his face, Tank beat your son. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro? I was there. I remember what you said to him. As soon as he got on.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is the reason why we have all these problems for these fights is because of fucking social media.
Facts.
Back in the day, it wasn't all this fucking talking. You made the fight and you got your ass in the ring. It wasn't all this going back and forth and all this other shit. You want to fight? Bet. We're going to sit down, we're going to negotiate, and we're going to make this motherfucker fight.
And again, I don't think it's Dev as much as his pops. Dev ain't doing the most talking. Dev don't do the most to me. It's shit he say, but all fighters say shit, so I'm not condemning him for nothing he says. It's his father that's in a rush to prove everybody they gonna fight Tank Davis tomorrow. That's his pops doing that. I understand the difference.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Be his pops. It's not so much them, but what I see them doing is two dudes that feel like they both the man and they talking that ego type shit back and forth. Now I'm saying enough of that shit. When y'all gonna fight each other for real?
That's exactly what's going on, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Devin Haney said you ain't got no straps. Tank said I make more money than you. That's exactly what's
going on.
Get what
I'm saying? Ego shit. So y'all it's a pissing contest. That's why I try to be clear. I'm gonna put the blame equally, because that's the only fair way I could do it. Y'all both responsible for a fight not happening, because I see both of y'all doing the same shit, talking shit. I mean, that's what fighters do, but that's why I said I wanted to be clear. My point is not to tear one or the other down or make one seem more at fault than the other. They both at fault. Them niggas both need to sign a contract and fight. However they need to work it out. And I want to see it more now than I ever wanted to see it because I'm done with them talking shit. I want they done made me, y'all sold me, goddamn it. I'm sold. I want to see it.
This shit sounded like Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis.
Big,
That's what it sounded
Mr.
like.
Aggressive, you came right in aggressive. Tank Davis. Send him Rihanna Garcia. Oh man. I tell you, Tank the bar, man. Tank really the bar though. I'm telling you, one man got the straps, so one man is the standard. And that's how I see it. I don't know if anybody else, I could chime in. I see one being the standard, but one got the belts. And that shit is weird. It's like, that's why they got to fight for that reason. Because then that shit is split that exact way. One gonna say I got the straps and one gonna say I make money. So how do you solve that? Y'all fight each other. Then y'all can talk all the shit in the world. Facts, Dave. And to be blamed, yeah, again, man, like that's why I be, I know people don't listen well, I swear, because I was so fucking clear about this. Y'all know how I do content anyway, so I'm never gonna be going too hard. It's not so much what Dev doing, his pops do it. But they both tweeting at each other, so I said they should fight now. You know what I'm saying? But I think people be hearing other shit. It wasn't about blaming them. The dude showed a willingness to do some shit that a lot of people wouldn't have did. I said that before. I've been on record saying that. I just want to see the motherfuckers fight, man.
All I know is I don't know if this fight gonna happen next or if it's ever gonna happen. But all I do know is if Devin Haney get his ass in the goddamn ring with Lomachenko, he better beat this shit out of Lomachenko because they definitely going to try to rob his ass.
If they could, they are. Mm-hmm.
Like, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen next at this point because
Moses,
came through with his side, his part of the deal. So it ain't gonna happen next. But if it don't happen after this fight, it probably ain't gonna happen, y'all.
That's what I was saying too, bro. That too. But see, we again, when you paying attention to it more, you know that certain shit is just somebody blowing smoke. That's ego, man. Ego gonna always be involved when you dealing with motherfucking public figures. They always gonna use that shit. Gonna always be a factor, man. You ain't never really gonna hear no fighter say my son or my fighter ain't gonna fight this one or that way. They gonna say they'll fight everybody. Yeah, I think they supposed to. But I think after a certain many years of either fighter saying it's like it's only right for us to finally see it now. So I wasn't pressed before. I ain't pressed now, but I want to see it now. I'm more eager to see it. What kind of team it is when it's Andre's manager messing something up. It's Andre, so it's definitely I try to always call it down the middle. Both of them. It's me, they gotta be how that's what see, and we always preach. We don't even I want to say preach, man. We live that self accountability. That's what I'm like, man. Y'all assholes don't get in there and fight. Y'all probably I doubt, and I always say this, you don't spend that much of your life fighting to be scared of nobody. So that's why I say there's always some ego shit, and you see it. Look how they talk to each other. That's ego. I got the belts, or I got the money. Like, and it's gonna go back and forth until they fight. That's the only way we gonna get some real answers. We don't care about your money, and we don't give a fuck about your belts. We want to see y'all fight. So that's what that.
I ain't getting neither one of them. I ain't getting neither one of them the belt.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to see y'all fight, and we gonna support y'all win, lose, and draw. But I want to see if it's gonna be an outboxing or is it gonna be a nap. Because either way, it's gonna be a good fight. There's no way them two dudes fighting it ain't good. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's where it was at too for me, the confusion. See, but I told you, it's good to always have somebody else up here for y'all to explain deeper than what I'm explaining. Because again, the way T just said it made perfect sense. Like that shit, it's just what it is. That makes sense. I ain't know all of that extra shit. I ain't hear him speak on that part of it, so I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? But the bro said it made sense. Like, out here. I don't want to say that. I just want to say, see again. All right, like I say this. You said he moving like a hoe. I ask you how. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's doing something that nobody else at 35 is doing. I can't stress that enough. Just being realistic, and if people could see it differently, they could say, well, one is undisputed. Don't give me that shit. Tank would have fucking knocked. Kambosos is still being a sunken place. He wouldn't even wanted a rematch if Tank would have fought his ass. He'd have probably punched his ass through the ring somewhere. But just to be fair, I think they all need to start mixing it up. It's just what it is. Take the chance and fuck your O and get the people what they want. It's gonna be a good fight either way.
My thing really is like,
hey, Dan, y'all don't like Tank. He said he been a hoe. See, and that's what I told you. And I say he's the standard because he get critiqued so much more heavily than anybody else in the weight class. That's all you hear people say, Tank this, Tank that. And I don't make excuses for no fighter. He confused me with this the last fight on my contract, then turn around. That I said that. Anything I can see that's questionable, I try to call it out. I ain't gonna search for shit. Like I ain't digging for shit like to hate him about. But when he do some bullshit or say some bullshit, if he give us a bullshit fight, I'm going to say something about it. I don't want to see Tank and Pitbull Cruz too. I don't want to see him fight Jezreel Corrales ever in life. Never. I don't. You think I'm not gonna be mad if he do that? Hell yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I don't want to fucking
Tank
watch
got to fight Corrales.
I seen Fanon that posted like that's a potential opponent for like his December date, Jezreel Corrales, and then remember Corrales was supposed to fight Rayo Sunday, but he had visa issues. As one of the bros just told me he had visa issues, so he had to go pull out. So that makes it even more scarier because it make me feel like that's really going to be a potential. Man, don't do that to the people, bro. That's the shit that people be talking about, though. That he do that, y'all. Like that's why I said I gave it to me in my mind. I don't know how y'all look at it. For me, Rolly was the last of the last. For me, like that's the last time I want to see something like that. Like
I take Rivera.
You get what I'm saying? After that, it's like, all right, Tank, just beat these dudes up or get in there with the people you're supposed to get in there with. You get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna get no pass. He not, but they all move the same to me. They all like, you know what I mean? They ain't none of them fought like, you know what I mean? Fought. Just think this is how you know they all doing the same thing. Who resume is better? You ain't even gotta ask that. Which one of them have fought somebody that's on the level of each other? You get what I'm saying? Dev ain't fought a Tank. Tank ain't fought a Dev. You got to put it in perspective. I think he get critiqued way too heavily. They all at fault. Or anybody that's supposed to be a top dog at 35, they all at fault. Especially the two that just slipped up out of there. They the same shit. Talking shit to each other and never fighting. But Tank, somehow it'd be like, Tank this. Tank, man. Tank a bitch. You know, I'll be like, damn, like, what the fuck? They all doing it. They all got to fight each other.
Yeah, I don't think Tank, no. I don't think
he doing nothing that these dudes ain't doing. Again, I give him a cutoff here. Ash, she got some questions. You know what I'm saying? That's all I be saying. I feel like they all doing the same thing. I'm gonna fight you, Devin Haney, if you win. Yeah, he said that. He did. He said that. He said that. But what they said back and forth to each other. Devin Haney also said he would have filled in for Pitbull Cruz on a 2 weeks notice. Do you believe that's real? He also said that I don't want to turn it into him versus them. See, my energy don't be like that. I know how to try to be even kill. I ain't have too much aggression towards either side. I was like, they both had fault, and I'm gonna stick to it. But they all say shit because you really think. And I'm not saying he ain't got the heart to step in there on a 2 week notice. But what's the likelihood of it is what I'm saying. So it ain't no need of saying it. Your team ain't stupid. You ain't got the 28-0 being stupid. And that would be stupid, in my opinion. For either one of them, for a fighter like each other, one or the other, they go in there on 2 weeks notice. No, I don't think it'd be smart. So that's just blowing smoke. But people ate that right up. They ate that right up. That's why I said, like, he get credit for just saying.
I want to know so bad where Ashley was going with this shit, dude. I'm waiting for her to say something. I want to know where she was going with that. So
oh yeah, let me feed up my bad case of boy.
I'm waiting for her to say it. I'm waiting for
case of boy. She on it. I'll give credit for Rolly and me. Even with that, y'all, I'm good. After that, he got to fight somebody. That's their resume. I mean, all right, combat. You the family. It's all good. I appreciate your input. You said Dad's resume look better. Okay. I always use this. Maybe I'm tripping. I pick out 3 opponents on Tank resume. You got Pedraza, Santa Cruz, and Barrios. Name three opponents on Dad's resume that match up. And I ain't saying it don't. I just want to hear him. I want to know what you think. Again, that's just my opinion. Like I ain't what I'm saying.
I mean, for real, JoJo Diaz,
Peace and boy. Good,
JoJo Cambosis and Linares. Jess, you know.
Yeah. And I say like, I mean, shit. Man, Pedraza now he made it harder. Now he done had this fucking joke. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is. But I think I'll lean slightly towards Tank because I think he had the more accomplished.
Yeah,
I think on his resume. You know what I'm saying? I think Pedraza would beat Cambosis. I think
at the time that they fought him, not in the past. At the time that they fought those individuals.
Pedraza may be the best individual talent at the time that he fought him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. At the time of the fight, because we can't say how Pedraza looks now.
Yeah,
because he didn't fight Pedraza now. He fought Pedraza earlier.
Still look good now, though. By the way, just throw that out.
Yeah. Michelle Rivera, nice.
That's the fight that I take.
Early in his career, when he fought Pedraza was one of the best 135 pounds. I mean, 130 pounds.
What has Tank? What has
pound for pound?
What has Devin Haney done combat that made you know that he want Tank besides talk and say it?
Even
what has he done seriously? And I said the same thing the other way around, but neither one of them they just saying it right now.
Because everybody's saying, "Oh, you got JoJo Diaz, you got Linares." Linares at the time that Devin fought Linares was not the Linares that we know him of.
True.
He was not that Linares. So you got to take it in perspective at the time that they fought him. Not because, we saw what he did over his career.
Linares,
then you can do that with Atlanta.
Pedraza
they both fought Gamboa combat.
Pedraza is the best overall win, right? He the best overall win. But if you going back like the most accomplished fighter out of them, it will be Cambosis, right? But I think Pedraza is a better fighter inside of the ring than anybody, that we talking about on our resumes. But the rest of them are not as far away from them as Pedraza is. Everybody else.
I think Barrios will beat JoJo Diaz. I think he'll beat Linares. And what was the other one?
See, I gotta think he'll beat them. It's hard to say that now, but post like up until Tank.
I got you, combat. I got you. I see you. But they both fought Gamboa.
Up until Tank, I will put JoJo Diaz over. I still put JoJo over Barrios just off total body of work. Real champion, 2 division.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. But I think I think Barrios will get him.
It's close. He might beat him up because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? He might beat him up. But I mean, as far as their career go, JoJo has the better career.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everybody look at. Everybody look at what those guys accomplished in their career. I'm looking at the time that they fought them. Not what they accomplished over their career, because like I said,
I think it's close, but I think
JoJo was in his prime. JoJo and Cambosis was in their prime. Pedraza was in his prime.
JoJo and Cambosis was in his prime. I'm specifically talking about Linares, because everybody compared Linares to Pedraza.
Never said JoJo and Pedraza was the same, my nigga. Never said that.
Because everybody like to compare Linares.
I think he talking about somebody in the chat.
They're like,
my bad.
Linares is more accomplished than Pedraza or whatever. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the actual fighter. Because if you go by what he accomplished, then you gotta give Canelo all the credit for all the motherfucking guys he fought. But then we know them niggas was washed when he fought them.
Drives moved up to 40. Got robbed against top 3 fighter today. Yeah. I edge towards Tank still. To me, I could be wrong. It's still gonna be my opinion. I ain't saying this to I could hear it on the other side, but I still give him a slight edge. But again, when you say
Pedraza will be the best, Pedraza will be the best overall fighter, but JoJo will be number 2 on the list.
I like JoJo. JoJo solid, man. JoJo solid. Barrios.
And if you going about accomplishments, then Devin is winning by a long shot. If you going about
you got Santa Cruz in the mix too.
I lied. JoJo not second. Santa Cruz first. He better than Pedraza.
That's what I'm telling you.
I lied.
Tank got an edge in this. If we being honest, I think so. His top three is slightly better than everybody else's top three for me.
Santa Cruz, Pedraza, and Gamboa. No, I ain't gonna use Gamboa because it's common opponent. Santa Cruz,
Pedraza, and Mario.
Again, how is he pushing the fight? By saying it more than Tank? That's not doing nothing. This is why it never happened.
Yeah, Leo.
If I promise y'all, when I see that Dev Haney did something other than call him out, or the vice versa, and they actually we can tell we got evidence that one really tried to make a fight. Like for instance, this whole making him Dev being able to mandate and force Tank to fight him, and then them saying they going in another direction. That sounds like some duck shit to me. So you get what I'm saying? So if that was to happen, I would call it out. I don't have a problem calling it out. I'm just not against neither one of them. I just really want to see the dudes fight. But I'm telling y'all, and I'm going to keep saying it, and the more people comment for it, they making my point. Devin Haney gets a lot of credit for just saying he wants to fight.
I'm gonna tell you
all Haney got to do is say, yo, I want to fight. I want to fight Tank. And if it don't happen,
that nigga be top 5 pound for pound right now.
Who that?
Leo Santa Cruz. If he was top ranked, he'll be pound for pound right now. Right now,
he probably will be in the top 5. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell y'all though. Tell me if I'm lying. All he got to do is say, I want to fight Loma. That fight don't happen. Loma ducked him. I want to fight Tank. That fight don't happen. Tank ducked him. Fuck no, man. Y'all bullshit. Y'all can't just do that. That shit ain't.
What they doing right now? I'm gonna tell you exactly what they doing. They doing just like what we doing right now. They on social media and they talking to each other. Just do. I want to fight you. D3. I want to fight you. But ain't neither one of us trying to see each other to fight each other.
That's what I'm trying to say.
To DC, I ain't going to Jersey, but we saying we want to fight each other.
Now I'm trying to tell you, and let's be honest, man. I respect him, yo. I respect him. This ain't no slight to this dude. That situate like this whole the belts have credit, like I get it, but who the fuck wouldn't have beat Kambosos? Like for real though, like them niggas ain't Teofimo. Dev got it up here. He wasn't no fucking way in hell he was losing the fight to him. But if you look on the other side, he would have been taking a nap against Tank. And there's nothing wrong with getting outboxed and getting your face punched on for 12 rounds either. He got his ass beat.
Eastside said, Leo Santa Cruz, hell no, he is not a pound-for-pound fighter. Leo Santa Cruz resume and record is better than fucking Lomachenko.
No, I think he said, hell no, Leo, a pound-for-pound fighter. He's saying, I think he did say, or he said, oh, you saying no, he's not? Damn.
He said, no, he said, no, he's not. I said Leo Santa Cruz resume and record is better than Lomachenko.
Yeah, it is.
But they got Lomachenko as a pound-for-pound fighter.
It is. Hey, we're going about pound. I actually mean to have the guys on the pound-for-pound. That pound-for-pound list, that Punch Junkie got in a magazine is pretty solid to me. They don't look like they being biased. That's why it looks solid. When I don't see biasness, I see like solid. So
anybody that got a pound. Anybody that has a pound for pound ranking. Anybody that has a pound for pound ranking, and they got.
I got you.
Yeah, anybody that has a pound for pound ranking, and they got Canelo over Bivol, their whole pound for pound is flawed.
Smoking dick.
And this one, I think what they had, who they had that one? They had Jamel. They got Jamel at one in this one. But Jamel and Haney is both on there. So I seen them trying to get them their credit.
Anybody that has, I don't care who it is, anybody that got Canelo over Bivol, your whole pound for pound is flawed because you cannot have Canelo over top of the nigga that just whooped his ass last.
Right.
Santa Cruz, yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, since Leo ain't want none of that Gary smoke. He still don't want that Gary. He ain't never go fight Gary. And where's the great Leon Edwards, the undisputed ones? There's no pound for pound. What? Headshot dead. You a fool. That's how he was talking after he won that fight, huh? Leon Edwards was feeling good that day, man. But yeah, y'all, man. I always tell y'all, man. I tell you, when you Haney, that's a privileged position to be in. You ain't gotta really fight people. You could just say it, and people be like, "Yo, you see how bad he want to fight him? Yo, he been pushing and pushing for it." That's not pushing for it, man. That's just saying it more times than the other fighter. Yeah, I swear to God, it is. And there's nothing against him. Like, I just think any chance OTB was good with it, my bro. I just think anytime he get an opportunity to say, "Will he fight him?" He's gonna say, "Yeah," and I ain't mad at him. I'm still not mad at this situation. When I came up here, that's why I think like I'll be urging people to please listen, man. Because y'all just, it is spinning to a whole nother thing. And then now we got to start sounding like we making a case to see who worse than the other. I wasn't going there with it. I'm like, yo, they both doing the same shit.
At neither one of them. I'm not mad at neither
I ain't
one of
mad.
them.
I said they both just young, talking they shit. Haney like, boy, I got belts. Y'all got to go through me. Tank like, man, I'm still the cash cow. It's that ego young shit. That a young rich man, rich nigga shit they be talking, man. I ain't mad, but I just want to see it.
The only person I'm mad at on this whole fucking live stream is that high yellow ass nigga that talking about he dropped he dropped the belt so other motherfuckers can fight for it. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, Keith Thurman is wild, yeah.
That's the only nigga I'm mad at.
If he pushing you, if you begging and niggas high, nah, I don't think. Look, yo, again, all right. I know fights ain't made just by saying, yo, I want to fight you, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Got some business. Some business gotta like take place. You get what I'm saying? He just good at saying it a lot, yo. I'm sorry that and I don't believe he wanted no more than the other one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just believe that he's saying it more, yo, because we gonna see. And I said it again, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, just how he was saying he won Loma. He won Loma. Now he talking about he got to see how he gonna look. He gonna ask his father, sit down with his team, all this shit, because that path look like it's about to clear for that smoke to be available. So again, I'm gonna keep saying it, and I love Devin Haney as a fighter. He fight his ass off, but he get way too much credit for just saying he want to fight somebody. And again, I'm gonna keep saying it till y'all hear me. All he got to do for somebody to duck him and say, yo, tomorrow I want to fight Loma. That shit don't happen. Oh shit, did y'all see Loma duck him? Next week it's gonna be Tank. I want to fight Tank. Tank don't fight him. Oh shit, do you see how Tank ducked him? It's like, yo, it got to take more than that for somebody to duck somebody. All he doing is saying it. That's like not making the fight happen. Knockout was good, bro.
After October 15th, we're gonna see what happens with Devin because he's in the driver's seat. He could take the Lomachenko fight. He could push for the Devin. The Tank Davis fight.
Push for it.
He could push for whatever fight he want to push for, because he's in the driver's seat. That he got the rematch out the way. Now he can go for whatever fight he want to go for. It's not necessary he got to go for the Lomachenko fight. If you want the Tank Davis fight more, he can go for that fight first. But we're going to see. He's in the driver's seat. Yeah, Bob Arm said we're gonna sit over here and do the business with Loma. But shit, Devin Haney is the one with the motherfucking belt. He the champion.
Mm-hmm.
He has a contract.
Bob is the one with the motherfucking contract, though.
But Bob Arm has a contract for him to fight on ESPN. He don't have a contract for what fighter he has to fight. There's a contract for him to fight on ESPN.
Man, if you a top-ranked fighter fighting on ESPN, you gonna fight who Bob tell you to fight, bro.
I mean, maybe so. But what I'm saying is, I'm not looking at. I'm not putting the blame on Tank Davis. I'm not putting the blame on Devin Haney. If these niggas want to fight, they're gonna fight each other. They're gonna make some effort of fighting each other. They're not gonna just be on social media talking shit.
I don't know, D-Free. I'm detecting a hint of Devin Haney biasness toward. I might have to pull you off for judging tonight.
I just told. I know because what the video that BF put out yesterday and said that Devin Haney team said they was going to go to the WBA and push for it, and Team Davis said if they try to push for the mandatory, the unified the WBA belt, they were going to go a different route. I said, well, if that shit is really true, go ahead and push for it, so then we can see. Okay, Tank Davis really don't want to fight you, but it's just all talking. But if that's really true, why not push for it?
You can judge again. You being unbiased. Hey, you got my messages and stuff though. You good for the night, right?
Yeah, I'm good. All right, but I'm like, why not push for it,
bro? You 100% right. Like we need to see what's up, bro. Like at the end of the day, I'm just waiting on him to go out there 12-0 Cambosos, or if you can put on a show and stop him, like get that shit over with, and then let's see how you really move. But all this shit, bro. where everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody can't be done. And bro, you judging tonight and you unbiased. Listen, bro, it's some shit that people may not know or people conveniently try to act like they forgot, bro. It's all coming to the forefront tonight, bro. And you gonna see why I've always had the stances that I've had, bro. Like this shit, like when I really sit down, because a lot of times we all come up here, we study, you know what I'm saying? But we come off the cuff. But when you give somebody time to like really sit down, look at every interview, look at what was said, look at timelines and shit, and just hone in on one topic, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when I started, I'm gonna put it to you like this. When I started studying for this shit, I didn't really believe the side I was arguing, and I was just arguing it to prove a point. But after studying it and really looking at it objectively to try to make an argument, bro, I gotta tell y'all, man, 100%. Lomachenko didn't duck no Devin Haney, bro.
He didn't, you saying?
He did not.
And
my whole thing is
you doing that tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight.
My whole thing is
yes, sir, I will be
when I looked at the situation before everybody said Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney, I was like, hold up. But y'all always said that a unification trumps a mandatory. And he went for a unification with Tio. It wasn't like he went and fought some other regular person. He fought Tio for a unification.
And just to be honest, that was the part that I was like not factoring in. And when I was like heard somebody explain it, I was like, yeah, that make a little more sense. It make a lot more sense.
That's why I never
you talking on the surface, bro. Like if you really like go read quotes, go listen to interviews, go look like, bro, it's bad, bro.
I'm and I already know how you coming. I already know.
Bad, bro. I know. That's how I was like, I don't know if Loma really ducked him because he went and fought Tio for a unification. It just didn't work out the way Loma wanted to work out. But when he fought Tio for a unification, it wasn't so much of a duck as people think it is. But look, I mean, people look at it a different way. But like I said,
I'm gonna tell y'all this because I want to prepare you, bro, and I'm keeping it 100%. I got nothing but mad love and mad respect for Smoke, and I appreciate him giving me this opportunity because it ain't a lot of people that be wanting to debate me. I got to come up with a topic where somebody think they can win for somebody to hop in the ring with me. But I want to tell y'all, bro, if he don't win the first round, he's getting 3-0, bro. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. Like I'm not even joking, dog. And the first round is about this franchise shit, bro. If he can't find a way to win that hoe, bro, he has no shot in the second and third round, bro. And I'm not and D-Free, I know you're gonna be unbiased, and if I get my ass kicked, you're gonna tell me not you got your ass kicked. But bro, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna be unbiased.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
bro. If you got your camera on, you might turn that hoe off, bro. Because I'm gonna have thank you for
the way I just assume that you study, you ain't getting your ass kicked, bro. I said this before when you got it.
You know what?
I already said it to my girl.
I'm gonna tell you what I did knock out. When you sent me the shit that y'all was doing, I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna go back and look at no old interviews and none of that shit because I want to hear everything from y'all. I want y'all to convince me either way to go. I want y'all to convince me either way to go. So that's why I said I'm gonna be unbiased all the way. I'm not looking at no interviews, no past interviews, none of that shit. I want y'all niggas to convince me which way y'all want me to go. Just like with the whole Boo Boo Andre, the Boo Boo Andre shit. I want y'all niggas to convince me which way I should vote because I want to see how good y'all debate are.
That's why I'm glad you're a part of it. Hey, just do. I'm a mute myself, bro. I gotta take a work call, but if y'all are still live when I get back, I'll hit it in the private chat and let you know that I'm back, bro. But I gotta take a work call real quick.
All right, bro. Hey, he came right up here talking to my boy T back. T was on fire a minute ago. He's like, you ain't doing that shit. I knew somebody was gonna turn it like that. I said it. Scottish Star said, "You motherfuckers!" I did it, man. I know I'm one of the parents dudes around.
That's why I said. That's why I said. I heard what BF said. I mean, I believe what he said because he said he basically got it from the horse's mouth. So I believe everything he said yesterday was true. But it just don't sound right because if that really is true and you trying to show everybody that Tank Davis really not trying to fight you, why not push for it? Why not push for it and make call they bluff. You said you're gonna go the other way if we push for it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call your bluff. Let
That's
me
why
see you go
I
the
would
other way.
love to see
Then
it.
the whole world gonna see that you really don't want to fight me.
And I ain't saying he got to do that because I understand he got the belts. They should be knocking at his door. But I would still love to see it if you could do it. Just knowing that they put that like that concerning quote out there, like you gonna go in another direction, that would really make me mad as hell, and it would be hard for me not to look like you avoid.
Like where they quote it? Like is that like where they said?
Man, I have to.
Where is it?
I'm telling you, I want somebody else to ask that too. I want to say, I hope they didn't say no shit like that. I swear.
But like I said, he don't have to do it. But for you to keep telling everybody, oh, I want to fight Tank Davis, but he don't want to fight me. This is to show the world that you want to fight Tank Davis, but he don't want to fight you. That's the proof to the world that you want to fight him, but he don't want to fight you. That's the proof. You can't. There's no more. Oh, I said we could fight on a 10-day notice. Oh, I told him we could fight the next fight or whatever. This is your 100% proof right here. Yeah. You got the motherfucking nail in the coffin right there. All you got to do is say, okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead for it. Since y'all said that, all right, we're going to call your bluff. We're going to see if you're going to go the other way. That's your proof. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I mean, if it happens, then I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Why the fuck did they do that shit? But if you're not doing that shit, I'm like, is it really true? Is it really true? Because you ain't pushing it. Why the fuck you not going to push it? What difference does it make if you go the other direction? If you want to fight him and he's not trying to fight you, you show the world, okay, he really don't want to fight me. So why do you care if he stay at 135 or he go down to 130? Why do you care? He's not fighting you anyway. Why do you care?
That'd be wild. That'd be like a wild, like that'd make me feel like you moved into a whole nother division just so you ain't have to fight him. That it would be no defending that. I don't give a fuck what plans you talking about.
Yeah, there's nothing to defend.
What the hell you gonna do? He calling for that smoke, and you've been talking shit and talking about fighting him next, and then now when it's the smoke clear and it's man, that's why I be telling people. For me, I'm gonna call it out either way. I don't gotta tear you down and call out the bullshit you did. I'm gonna always beat that in people's head because sometimes they get lost in translation. They hear you saying shit. They just think you mad or you hate the fighter. Nah, man. Some of these niggas just be doing some bullshit and saying some bullshit. They need to put their ego to the side. That shit fucking up the fight. All this pissing contest and dick swinging. Like, come on, man.
I'm from the era where we used to pull niggas' cards all the time. We used to pull niggas' cards all the time. That's where I'm from. Oh, for real? Okay, we're gonna see how you moving for real. We're gonna put you out there to see if you really moving like that.
Right.
So for you not to do it, and they said they were gonna go a different direction, and that's your proof to show everybody that Tank Davis really not trying to fight.
Taking shots at my boy Tank. He better hope Anderson Silva don't put him.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can believe that. I really don't. And like I said, I wanna believe Devin Haney is telling the truth, or Team Haney. I ain't gonna say Devin. I wanna believe Team Haney is telling the truth. Yeah. But if you don't force it and show everybody that Tank Davis is really not trying to fight you, I don't know how true that was.
That's what I'm saying. And his team, it don't be him. That's why I think we get confused too. It don't be him, y'all. Hey, he be training. He ain't no attention whore, yo. He just posted. He just live his life. He ain't trying to cry and jump into every interview. I don't look at him like that. But it be his team, and mostly it be his pops speaking that shit. You know his pops a slick talker, so y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. He gonna come with some little shit. If he could confuse you with some shit, he say he gonna do it. I done seen him talk some slick shit. I done seen him try to do it, yo. It be him or somebody else from Team Haney. It don't really be Dev, yo. It don't be Dev. Nightmare Haney turning dreams into nightmares. He a nightmare for some of these people. Obviously, Tank not ducking no one. Haney already got a damn fight. Yeah, that's what I be saying, bro. That's what I was saying too. Equally, both of them, like they're not ducking each other. They just right now, they just still having a pissing contest. Extremely long pissing contest, man. Talking shit with ego involved. Coach Joe, what's good with it, bro? I'm just saying here, chit chat. Yeah, and that's why I don't fault Loma for not fighting Haney, because he went and fought, unification. That make all the sense in the world. Like it's the easy to try to say, and that's a situation where you can't say somebody duck because they ain't make the decision you wanted them to make. He still took a risk either way. Teofimo just as much as the challenge as Devin Haney would have been, bro. Like I get it, they fight different styles, different, but I'm talking about challenge.
Haney would have been for undisputed.
They both would have challenged that ass equally. Dev Haney, I just still wish I would have kind of seen Dev Haney fight him though, because I always thought he could beat Loma. I always thought he would have beat him. I thought he had the length and the style, and he was smart enough to be able to beat him. Like where he usually use all these angles on these other fighters, I felt like that just wouldn't be as much of a factor against Haney. Shit, who knows? We still might see this fight.
I must be late, Coach Joe in this motherfucker. I know Coach Joe and K here. I know I'm late. What time is it? I'm headed to the house now, y'all. No cap. I'm literally headed to the house now.
Oh, no doubt. 5:47. Still a little early. Had a good conversation. See, this is anytime we have a long, good conversation, I'm happy. I'm satisfied, y'all. Even if y'all don't agree, I don't give a damn. I still say them niggas ain't ducking though. I just want to see their ass fight now. Fuck that. I don't care about y'all sparring. I don't care about who richer. I don't care who got more belts. None of that. Now y'all done sold this shit. Now that's where I'm at. Y'all done sold me. Fuck. Sold. I want to see it. Right. That's why I be going with it. I'm glad some people hear me though. It ain't nothing personal with these dudes. I like them both. Mr. Chop Top was good with it. Now I always say, yo, that fight gonna go one of two ways. It's got two ways that could go, and it ain't gonna be no draw. I'm very confident in saying that. Either Haney gonna go into that tool bag and pull out every motherfucking tool that's in there that night, if he have to, and use it and win, or you know, Tank gonna be on one that night, and his boxing ability he gonna show is better than what people. Maybe that'll be the fight where people finally see that he boxes better than what you think, and then he still got the power to sleep you too. I think that's just how that fight goes. One or two ways. And I think either way it go, you still walk away. If you're a real boxing fan, you walk away having respect still for both of them. Like you just want to see it. That's why I try not to make it sound like when I do content, I try not to make it sound like it's personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to keep it according to the shit they say, how you see they move, what you see them, you know what I mean, do, how we seeing they moves. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Don't be trying not to ever be personal with the fighters. I don't put duck jackets on everybody like, you know, most people do.
I think you've earned the trust of
so yeah, you get what I'm saying? We don't give a damn. We just want to see their asses fight. Oh, Buzz, feet to the fire. Yeah. So that TNT. Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. You're right, Coach. But I got on his ass though for that. I mean, well, as much as I thought I could, because the confusing message with the last fight on the contract. Basically, you was trying to make it seem like you was just telling us that was, you know, basically like you got to do another contract. I guess it's something like this one is up, so you gonna have to re-sign type shit. But you know what you know how you made it sound. So I got on him for that. I even said something about him when he called Haney an email champion. I ain't running with that because I felt like that's discrediting him, slighting him. Like he got the belt, how he got the belt. You know what I'm saying? He fought for it, how he had to fight for it. He defended it as well. So, you know what I'm saying? I could see if maybe he just won a vacant strap and never defended it. You know what I mean? But he defended that same strap several times. So I never agree with Tank on that. Just like I don't agree with the possibility of him fighting Jezreel Corrales in fucking December. If he do that, that's despicable. And I don't even use that word. That's like disgusting. I don't want to see that. No slight to do, but I don't want to see Tank put you to sleep. I don't have no smoke with you. You ain't been on the scene, so I don't really need to see you taking that. We did duck one with Duck Devin. Devin was WC champ. That fight would have been for unification. Floyd already. Tank don't need that to fight. Yeah, Floyd be pissing me off. Okay, he be blowing my shit for real, man. Like, because on one end you try to understand it, like you want your guy to take the least amount of punishment and make the most money, but do that mean he gonna take the least amount of risk too? So damn, like, so you do understand criticism gonna come with that, but I guess he don't give a fuck because he feel like, I guess he done I don't know if he done convinced Tank that fighting lesser opposition is cool at this point, but the truth was going to be told in these upcoming. Like, it ain't going to take but another fight or two for us to really see what it is. And for some people, they feel like they already see what it is. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it another fight or so. Another fight. I want to see where he go after Rolly. I just think that's just being fair. I rock with Tank. I think he far too talented to be fighting dudes that's just not on his level at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. And I go for all of them, not just Tank. Again, man, when you got a fucking team in your ear and they done probably made him comfortable taking, like, I hope that ain't the case, though. I just hope. You got to fight. It's a mandatory. There can only be one. Yeah, facts. They do got to fight because all they're going to do is keep talking about who got more money and who make more money and who got more belts. And like I said before, we don't care about none of that. We want to see y'all scrap. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see y'all scrap. You feel me? And as for Keith Thurman, man, that boy said he was undefeated, undisputed, all type of shit. I don't know what the hell he on, but he tripped. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all in all, just to wrap this up, because I ain't going to stretch it out too long. I'll probably come back because I seen something else that I feel like I might want to talk about for about an hour or two. So, just so I'm clear what my message was, you know, you see these two dudes going back and forth, and I think the fact that they ain't fought each other yet should be equally blamed on both fighters, both Dev and Tank, not just one or the other, not more one than the other. Like I said, you know, saying it is one thing, actually putting forth a physical effort to get the fight done or going about the business the right way to see a fight possibly get made, pushing forward the right way, not just saying you want it on social media. Like I said, I could get up there tomorrow and say I want to fight Jake Paul. Do that mean that the fight gonna happen? Can I say he ducking me after the fight don't happen? Like, get what I'm saying? So we all know that's not how fights get made. I think social media is how fights get brought to the table, though. I think that's, you know, how they generate interest in fights. So social media does serve a good purpose, but you can't overplay that hand. Like, it's only so many times people want to hear you mention it on social media you want to fight without actually making it happen for the people that truly follow the sport. Or then after a while, we're going to look like you just clout chasing or you just trying to create buzz around your name. And to be fair, they both done it to each other. Whether one did it more than the other, don't even matter. That's tit for tat shit. At the end of the day, they both ain't done enough, obviously, to make a fight happen between the two. So when they both do as teams, as units, as men, I think that's when we're going to see that fight. And like I said, being that they got this much shit to say to each other, so after all this long, I hope I see this fight more sooner than later. I know it ain't going to be next, or probably ain't going to be the fight after either, but at some point they're going to have to fight each other, or they just wasted all these years and all this time and post talking about fighting and not making it happen. And I think this whole notion that Tank is ducking is just a false narrative, man. You can't give one fighter more credit than the other for calling, you know what I mean, for saying he wants to fight. You give him credit when you know that he actually did something about it from a business standpoint about trying to get that fight made and was either turned down or whatever the case may be. Then you can say somebody was ducking. But until that's the case on either side, these are two dudes that's rich, got a bunch of money, undefeated, egos is big as hell, and that's why you're gonna see them continue to talk shit to each other for a while until they finally get in there and fight each other. That's the only way they're gonna be able to settle their differences. Until then, like I said, it's just gonna be like a big long ass pissing contest with them two talking about who got more money, who got more belts, and then we all know at the end of the day that shit don't mean nothing if y'all two ain't fought each other. So we're gonna see how everything play out from here. As we know, Kambosos and Haney is on the 15th. Tank's supposed to be returning in December. I did hear a mention. I don't know how for sure it is, but I heard something about him fighting Jezreel Corrales in December. I know me and nobody else in this entire chat don't want to see that shit. That dude don't belong in no ring with no Tank Davis, and he was supposed to be scheduled to fight Rael Jose Valenzuela this Sunday on the 4th, but he had to pull out because of visa issues that one of the fam told me about. So That fight not happening, and that just make it seem more likely that Tank and his team might really go that direction. But I hope not, man. If he give us that fight, I'm gonna have to speak on it because that's gonna be a bullshit fight, to be honest with y'all. Me too, Josh. Me too, bro. Same for me, bro. Same age, Brody. Nobody ducking, they just talking shit, and that's what I'm saying. And the only reason I really want to talk about it, because the more they talk, the more I want to see it. And as far as Shakur, Devin, and Tank, Shakur already said that them two would be his toughest fights, he think, at 35, and I think they on a collision course sooner or later. So sooner than later. So, but that's all I got, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long. Appreciate my bros in the building. Appreciate T, Crush, D Free. Appreciate the chat, fam. Y'all smash that like button on the way out, and I'll be back with another one just a bit later. So y'all stay tuned. Still does not matter. The facts are facts. Think of the grown man. I told him, yeah, facts. Yeah, that's why I said something about it. But again, Coach Joe, the re-signing ain't gonna even be the most deciding factor. It's gonna be his intent and how he trying to go, which fights he trying to make. Is he gonna finally ask for the big fights, or is he gonna just let Floyd and them keep putting them in there with guys he can beat? Which is not going to be good in terms of criticism, because he might line his pockets well, but he's going to get criticized heavily. And it's going to start to weigh on him, because I do think he's a real fighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, if they do decide to go that route and try to just fight winnable fight after fight, just as long as they get him paid and sell out arenas, he's going to get a lot of criticism. And I think the real fighter in him is going to have an issue with that. He going whether or not he been brainwashed to think that the way he moving is the right way. It's not, but it remains to be seen. But the jury's still out on him. I'll give his next fight. We're gonna see. I think his next fight gonna reveal a lot in terms of what their intent is and how they're trying to move Tank. And they're also gonna say, it's gonna speak volumes about their confidence or lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? In terms of putting them in there with real challenges and him entertaining real 50-50 fights. So appreciate everybody in the building again. Appreciate you, K. Appreciate you, Coach. You already know, man. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all smash that like button on the way out, and I'll be back later. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.